You're listening to CRBRadio.com. The words and opinions you are about to hear are of the hosts and do not reflect the management, sponsors, or affiliates of Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Big Al, it don't get no bigger. Big Easy, it don't get no bigger. With the Triple E, it don't get no bigger. It's big and bigger, it's big and bigger. Detroit, it don't get no bigger. Worldwide, it don't get no bigger. Hit radio, it don't get no bigger. It's big and bigger, it's big and bigger. We'd like to welcome you to the show. Where else you wanna be? Where else would you go? Truth be told, you could be anywhere in the globe. Thank you for supporting this Detroit soul. It's fun jazz on beat, country and rock and roll. The Big Easy, Big Al doing take control. It's bigger, bigger on Cave Radio. It's bigger, bigger on Cave Radio. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to Big and Bigger.
Hello.
Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. We're coming at you live and loud from Facebook Live. Everyone wave. Facebook Live. We got the Cave Radio website, of course, www.crbradio.com. We're also on the Apple, is it Apple iPhone, whatever you call them these days?
Hi.
The iPhone app and the
iOS and Android.
Yes, iOS and Android
there
app.
you go.
We're broadcasting live from all of those. We actually we're trying out something. Dan's going to let us know here in a few minutes if it's working. But we have also signed up for the YouTube live feed and Twitter, which is Periscope. So you'll be able to check that out too. Hopefully, we'll see. Dan's going to get back to me in just a couple minutes.
England.
Anyway, episode number 195.
Oh my God, we're so close.
It's very close.
So close.
Yeah, 195. So one of our guests here, he's I don't know. You're probably, you followed us back in the Raw Radio X days.
Yeah.
Just roll with it. So Bradley Snyder.
That's right. You were the hour before us, or the 2 hours?
2 hours before you guys. Yeah, we were. Just roll with it. And of course, you're the host and owner of the Undercard name.
Right.
How's everything going with that, man?
It's good. 6 years. We celebrate Tuesday.
Yeah,
our
6 years for big and bigger was
2 more years from now.
not big and bigger. Cave Radio. Actually, just roll with it.
Yeah.
Was just like a month ago because we started like a month before you guys.
Right.
And then you guys came in and.
Yeah, it's like surreal. It's like you can't imagine that you've wasted 6 years on it. But then at the same time, like, you kind of analyze the shows and you're like, I can't listen to our own shows, which is weird. Still can't. Right. And, I honestly.
New guy on the show.
First time on the show.
About a year ago, I thought I was probably done with it. I mean, we had definitely made enough money off it, and I was just like, okay, let's get out. And then Cody Stamen, who I know you guys are friends with,
made it to the UFC.
Right. Not only that, we were friends way before that.
Yeah.
But when we asked him if he wanted to be co-host on our show,
oh, he's a co-host now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
To me, it was like a shot in the veins, and then it kept me going again. But because like at about the 5-year mark, I was like, we've done this a long time.
Right.
And but no, I feel a lot better.
You guys, I remember one of the first shows you guys did after us. You brought Darren and Cody in, and then we've had him in a couple times. And those two are probably two of the craziest dudes I've ever met in my entire life. I was trying to explain them to someone, and I'm like, man, all I remember is one day I woke up on Facebook, and there was a picture of Crookshank on the sink with the plunger. They both had gas masks on. It was like you're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You know what I mean? And just that whole Michigan top team is just crazy, and they're successful, mega successful at what they're doing. So
yeah, they're my brothers over there. I love them, and we've loved Cody since we met him. So I've known Cody a long time, and so when he came onto the show, it gave it life again and kind of meaning.
Who's on the show with you besides you and Cody?
Jimmy's been around all 6 years. You remember Jimmy?
Yeah.
He's still sad.
He was a guy that just kind of
But-
came in and just sat there for quiet for a while. Yeah.
Hey, nothing's changed. No, I'm joking. He's good. No, he's super loyal to the program, and he does all the technical stuff that I don't know how to do, which I know I still don't know how to.
That's
do
the
this.
important part. It
You're
really
right.
is.
It really is. I don't know anything.
We're just diving into all this video and Facebook Live and all that stuff. So
we
it's
kind of mixed a little bit into it. It's weird. We've done it so organically, right?
Yeah,
if
it's
you think about how organic the undercard is, that if we actually got our shit right, but you know what? We climbed up and we hit, I think at our highest we were hitting 21,000 listeners, which
Wow.
is crazy. But we've also been on the downturn. But Dane Cook, I was listening to Dane Cook the other day. It was actually a great interview. And you're going to hit your highs and you're going to hit your lows. And, I just want the show to be fun like it was. I think you witnessed it at its probably crazy days
Oh, yeah.
where I'd get drunk every night and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But I can't do that
You
anymore.
remember the last show we did on Raw Radio X?
We had a barbecue
Was
in the-
Lisa's birthday party. We had
Yeah.
a huge barbecue. It was like 150 degrees in the studio.
Yep.
We were, I mean, it was melted, but we had food, we had beer, we got hammered. And it ended up being our last show at Raw Radio X. And the very next week we started Cave Radio, just rolled with it, moved over. And we've been at it ever since. But congratulations on the show, man. You guys have
thanks.
been doing it a long time. And in the podcast world, 6 years is a long time.
I know. We were trying to figure out how many people have gone past 6 years, but there's no way to ask. We've asked
Right.
Alexa. No one knows. But I don't even listen to podcasts. I listen to some of your guys's because I enjoy you guys.
I appreciate that.
I like
Thanks.
Joe
Thank
Rogan.
you.
Joe Rogan's amazing. But like I don't even like podcasts, so it's weird that that's what we do.
I'm starting to delve into them a little bit. Like, there's a couple good ones out there. I love Joe Rogan. Have you ever seen Hot Ones?
No.
It's the greatest fucking concept ever. The dude, it's a black room, little
where they're
table.
gonna eat the hot wings
Yeah,
or whatever.
my
and-
man gets 10
Yeah.
hot wings, ranging from like 300 on the Scoville scale to 2 million on the Scoville scale. And you do 10 wings, and he asks you 10 questions. He's had the who's who of people. Shaq was just in there. Gordon Ramsay was in there. But
Right.
he's had Natalie Portman and Oscar and award-winning actors and actresses on the show. And it's fun because you see these guys at their most vulnerable because they're eating something hot and they're sweating. The one guy shit himself. It was it was great. I mean, it's a great podcast, but it's the concept is amazing because Michigan State won.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Holy shit!
So now I'm in a bad mood.
My son just texted me. Oh, yeah, Duke.
Nah, it's just
My son had Duke, Texas Tech, Virginia, and North Carolina in the Final Four.
So you got Texas
He's
Tech.
got Texas
dude.
Tech and Virginia, but he's got Duke and
Oh,
Carolina's out, yeah.
Duke's out now.
that's.
But he's
probably
got Duke
about
and
right,
Virginia
though.
in the final.
That's
with
not too
Duke winning
bad.
it, so he could still win. Who knows? But you're here not to talk about your show.
No.
You're here to talk about the lovely lady sitting to my right, Larkyn Dasch,
All right.
who's debuting here, coming up here.
Yeah.
Pro debut.
Pro
Yep.
debut. Tell us a little bit about because you kind of took a weird way to get to where you're at now. I mean,
Yeah, so I trained and fought for like 2.5 years, and then I took some time off, then took another fight, didn't really have a good gym, then took another fight without a good gym. So I took a couple losses, and then I was like, I'm done with this. I'm finishing college. This is taking away from college, and it's just a lot of energy for not getting anywhere. And then I started working for Brad as a ring girl,
Yep.
and then he kind of popped this idea on me. He's like, hey, what would you think about coming back to fighting? And
you obviously knew she was a fighter.
Yeah, I had seen her at Joe Louis Arena live, and then she was down at the Arnold for the Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know she. I didn't see that fight, but I know that she competed well.
Yeah, so I don't know if he had this idea before he brought it up to me, but when I got the opportunity, I'm kind of the person that will dive into anything and say, well, I'll give it my all. We'll see where it goes. So that's what I did. And I moved to Detroit January 5th, and now I fight April 12th. So
April
It's
12th
been
at Motor City. Right?
Motor City, yep.
I'm just going to address the elephant in the room here. You're a beautiful young woman. Why would you want to do this? Like older brothers, or, you could end up 40 years old looking like Chris Cyborg if you're not careful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I was super athletic all my childhood. I grew up on a farm. I was always scrappy. I didn't have older brothers, but I grew up with guys always being around and beating me up. And I just was always super scrappy and athletic. And then when I graduated, I went to Michigan State. So I obviously was not going to play sports for Michigan State. So it was an opportunity that I had, and I took it and started fighting. And 3 months after I started training, I took my first fight. So.
But I mean, like, what makes you say, like, I want to pummel another chick if possible? Like, something has to click at some point in your life where you're like, I just want to beat people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love it. I don't know. I don't know why. I go to practice, and it's my thing. I really enjoy it. I enjoy going to practice. I enjoy sparring. I like the atmosphere.
I got beat up a lot when I was.
Well, you're on the MMA diet.
What is that?
The keto diet, or which?
Much more something with an A. You and me
Many
both.
more appetizers.
Yeah, exactly.
I know when I was growing up, I got beat up a lot. I got picked on, and my old man put me into boxing, and I was good training. I was great training. And then someone hit me in the nose, and I fucking lost it, dude. I was kicking, fucking hit like this. It's just, but that.
You do a stand-up hammer fist.
Right, exactly. It does, not in boxing. In MMA, it would have worked perfect. I wish it was around back then. But is there like any, I mean, when you get hit, what happens? What's your first reaction?
I kind of.
Besides wanting to cry, what's your next reaction? Because I want to cry when I get hit.
I get mad a little bit. I mean, if someone hits me, I'm like, oh, you've got it coming now.
Right.
Like, you want to cheap shot me? Yep. We'll see how the next minute goes.
What's your style in the MMA ring?
So I've trained mostly for this fight stand-up. I love stand-up, but it was never my thing. But I think now it's starting to become more of my thing, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the kicks. I think it is more of a show, too, to see people standing versus on the ground, rolling around. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
There's an art into the grappling of it, you know what I mean? But when I'd rather see you stand up and beat the shit out of each other.
I mean, as a viewer.
As a boxing fan also.
Nobody wants to watch 5 minutes of grappling.
Right, and I know, Brad,
mean?
you're the same as me. You're a boxing fan.
Yeah.
You kind of just fell into the MMA thing. You're a boxing fan through and through.
Right. So, MMA was like, I was already covering boxing, so they're like, I realize actually the sports are the same behind the scenes. The rules are different. But the promotion, the weight lifts, you deal with the same state associations. Like, everything's the same, except for the sport itself. You have crooked promoters, you have good promoters, all this stuff. So that's kind of how the MMA thing
There's crooked promoters out there?
Oh, my God.
No way.
Not in Michigan.
What?
But yeah, so Larkyn had the one intangible that me and my business partner, Aaron Rodriguez, wanted, is that she has an incredible heart. That's the one thing you can't teach somebody.
You can't teach that, no.
So she had the heart, and she never had gone through like a real camp, like camps that I was around with, like a manual and stuff. And so we're like, all right, well, if we put her in a winning environment with that heart, something that you can't teach, she ain't going to quit. I watched her at Joe Louis Arena not quit for 3 rounds against somebody that at the time was superior than her because she took the fight on a Tuesday. She's had an 8-week camp, maybe a 9-week camp, and we feel confident that, given her new lifestyle change and everything like that, the future's real bright for her.
Very cool. Did you play sports growing up?
I did. I actually didn't start any sports till like 7th grade, but then I did literally every single sport until I graduated from high school. So.
What was your favorite sport playing?
To be honest, it was volleyball.
That's what my daughter plays.
I loved volleyball, and I had a scholarship to play at a D3 school, but then I decided I wanted to go to state. Okay. So I never followed that. So I would not be here if I had taken that option. But
what do your friends say, your girlfriends say when they find out that you're an MMA fighter?
So that's kind of a funny story. So my now best friend, when she first met me, all of her friends were like, "Do you know who that is?" They were like, she's an MMA fighter. Like, you should be scared of her. And now me and that girl are best friends.
So when you go out with a bunch of girls and you're all drinking, they're all like, "Don't let her drink too much. She'll want to kick the shit out of all of us. Don't let her drink too much."
I don't know. I mean, all of my friends kind of just, like, accept it now. Like, they've been around for a long time, and I've fought since I've known them. Because I started started training right out of high school. So all the friends that I have now, like, met me and now know that I always am into it. So
they just push you in front of them.
Yeah,
when shit
exactly.
goes down, like
They're like,
Larkyn
take
to
care
the
of me.
front.
I would. I'd feel comfortable.
Now, in the bio that Brad sent over, he said something that when you're not fighting, you like to modify and race cars.
Yes. So
Is that the hillbilly in you coming out a little bit?
a little bit. So
she's like Fast and Furious. Like
Yeah.
on city
Oh,
streets,
really?
yeah.
That kind of shit, huh?
like he's super into cars. Chris is a big part of the car thing with me. But I mean, I got into that early too. I just got into a group of friends that were also all interested in cars, and then I bought a car, and we've been working on cars ever since. And we race in the summer. We try to get racing at least every couple weekends.
So what's your car?
So I summer daily drive a Mustang GT, and then I have a fully built G8, Pontiac G8.
Wow.
So I am GM at heart, but Mustang gets.
So you're a thrill
A to B.
seeker, really,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Roller coasters,
Yep.
fast cars, kicking the shit out of some other girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you
I
say?
gotcha.
Or boy.
Now, who's
No,
this guy to
nitrous.
your right over here?
So this is my boyfriend Chris.
Come up on the mic.
Hi.
Hello, boyfriend Chris.
This is kind of.
Yeah,
He's been dying to talk.
Yeah, but he's down doing his own business thing back in our hometown.
What's your hometown? You ever-
Hillsdale.
Oh.
So tiny, middle of nowhere.
I've hunted in Hillsdale. Reading, actually, but
Yep.
Cheeseburgers?
Know where that's at. Yep.
it's so funny.
Yeah, one of the first conversations I ever had with Larkyn when she started working for us, and I don't even know if I should say it on the air, but we will.
Yeah, sure.
She was just like, "I'm going racing later tonight." Like we got off at 11. Like she was ring girl, and I was like, "Where the freak are you racing?" And she goes, "We race on city streets. We wait for the traffic to clear." And then we have some like
Little
cars that
street
like
racing.
block a little bit of the traffic, and then we go like like a
Fast and Furious.
down
back
down a
in the
highway.
day.
And I was just like, shit. I was just like,
You
yeah.
are so much cooler than I am.
I know. I was like, wow.
So funny story. I have the white work van. It looks like I gather,
You race that?
I gather little kids in, and I was going down 696 one night. I was on nights for work, and the freeway traffic kept coming to a halt, and then you would go and it would come to a halt again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Enough cars had gotten off the freeway where I got towards the front, and that was what they were doing. There was so many cars that were holding up traffic, and then 2 cars, poof, gone. And I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was livid. I was like, I got to get to where I'm going. This is holding me up or whatever. But, yeah, I could see where that would be
Yep.
dangerous and
Yeah, I knew she
highly illegal.
Yes.
I knew she had heart and was a thrill seeker, so I was like, all right, I'm in.
By the way, we are on YouTube.com streaming live.
Oh, wow. Look at us.
Ooh.
Look at us
for
go.
for the first time. Here.
Look at us go.
Dan's checking on the Twitter feed, which we've never. You guys want to do a shot here? You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
You're
God,
listening
I'm
to
so
Big
nervous.
and Bigger, episode number 195 here on Cave Radio. Just real quick, the next couple weeks, we got a really here. You want one?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got alcohol poisoning on Fireball.
Yeah, I've sworn off Fireball.
Why?
You know
Why?
what?
Because of the 80s hall party.
Ah.
Because Rudy and Carlito just go, Al, boom, Al, boom.
Is
and
that
then
is
cheers.
that the reason why?
Yeah, and
Cheers.
then I hear the
Oh.
stories about it the next night.
Salute.
Great radio, by the way.
Yes, it was. Ooh, ha, ha. All right. Next week here on Big and Bigger, we have the Lucid Furs joining us. Also, Melissa Rowe from the Detroit by Detroit. She's coming in. Special guest also with her, who I'm not going to talk about right now. And then we just got word
We got a word?
that the Chinchillionaires triple platinum
Oh, is it ready to be released?
CD is ready to be released, and Stephen Foster is going to be in here with
Nice.
us talking about that. On April 14th, we have Rick Perneda is going to be in here talking about his 420 party. We also got Melvin Davis is going to be in here hanging out with them. And then we got a second Sunday, so we got Augie, Mikey, and Conrad coming in to talk about the tracksuit.
Are you
7.
going?
Yeah.
Did you get a new one, or what are you
I
rolling
don't know
with?
yet. I got to figure. I'm going to buy one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to buy something.
I'm going to go online. I'm going to try to find, like, something crazy.
So our friends in Hamtramck at the Whiskey Friday nights, every Good Friday they do. It's a tracksuit party once a year, and you show up in your most ridiculous tracksuit.
I mean, they got ones with, like, cats in space with, like, you know,
they're
just
so good. These
I
guys,
got a really
off
good
the
80s
wall.
one.
these guys, that's what they look. They look like the
A
first
what
time.
one?
The first
80s.
time
Oh, I thought you said
Conrad
anus one.
Ooh, anus. Ooh. Well, the first time Conrad came in here, he had he got that, in Hamtramck, they got those little, in New York, they'd call them bodegas, where you can go in there and do all your grocery shopping and everything.
yeah.
And
Yeah, and there's
it's like a
tracksuits
little party.
hanging on the
There's
wall.
track suits on the walls. He bought one from there, and it's like gold with
Like velour,
yeah,
isn't it?
velour, just the most gaudy thing you ever see in your entire life. And he wore it in here, and I was like, "Ooh, that's a
You
tracksuit."
can't wear it if it's over 60 degrees because
Yeah.
you'll die from heat exhaustion. It's
It's like
like
wearing a teddy bear costume. or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
I miss hanging out with you. Anytime, shoot me.
All right. It's when is it? It's Good Friday.
Yeah,
Tracksuit party down there. It's gonna be fun. But we'll yeah, for sure, man. And you guys, anytime you want to come in, I know you got to get out of here in a minute.
Yeah, I do.
But anytime you want to come in, man.
Gotta do
feel
dad
free.
responsibilities. You know it though. Your son's doing really well in baseball too.
My son just made the junior high team.
That's
Did I tell you
awesome.
that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he made a junior high team. He's
Doesn't that change your world? Like
does,
now your schedule is their schedule.
yeah. Oh yeah. My
It's like-
daughter's all American, not all American, all state
Yeah.
shit in in volleyball.
Yep.
And she's playing on a travel team, and he's gonna be. It's gonna be fun. It changes your life.
It consumes your world. Your
yeah.
your activities become the if you can squeeze them in activities.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my son's personal baseball coach, we got him a Christmas gift. I mean, he's like family, dude. He is so sarcastic. I love him, dude. At first, I was like, this guy's not going to work for my son.
Right.
For like 3 years now, 2 years, whatever it is, dude. He's like family. I was
Right.
like, I can't imagine this guy
I got Mason
Nice.
doing some
not
some
being
clinics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's got his own personal pitching coach.
nice.
He's a lefty, so I'm gonna.
She's a lefty.
Ooh,
Although that's the
southpaw.
first time we revealed that. So
Well, we
That's
only
breaking
got, we
news.
only get like 30 listeners
that's
a
breaking
minute,
news. Her opponent doesn't
Great
even
job,
know. I don't think
hon.
so. Nah, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
They've been training for traditional stand up all this time.
I don't
and
know.
now you're-
I think that we have a little bit of an element of surprise. So
softball, bitch. What are you gonna do now?
that's the one thing. Before I go, is that so like I've been involved with so many aspects of the sport, and we built a really good coaching staff for Larkyn. But then I was like, okay, laissez-faire on that, hands off. And, I'll gradually check in with the coaches, but I used to be a lot of part of that, and I let the coaches trainer the way that
Yep.
they want, and we just handle the management thing. But that's difficult when you're used to like micromanaging
So,
everything.
I do a lot of work with Joe Battaglia.
Yeah.
And Joe's is a manager also,
yeah,
but he used to be a trainer. So when he gets
He was a fighter too.
yeah,
for
well, he was
while.
a fighter, and he was scheduled to fight Ken Shamrock, and he ended up breaking his neck
yeah.
or some shit when he was getting ready to fight him. So, but when he with Adrian Hadrabe and Marco Smallman and all them, I'm like he's like I just don't want to get involved in their
Can't.
training,
Yeah.
He's like I'm their manager and I don't want to overstep that because his coaches, and he's like I might have a suggestion because I'm an ex-fighter and I can they'll ask me a question and then I'll step in. He's like, but I don't solicit, I'm
Yeah,
just
and it's hard too for him because he's also the promoter.
promoter.
So
manager,
you could tell because I DJ'd the last two that he's done.
right,
You could tell he hangs back. He just doesn't
right.
want to.
That's why they call him the Don, Joe the Don.
Yeah.
Plus
He's
he's
so
Italian.
cool though.
Joe's one of the coolest cats I've ever met.
Loyal as fuck
Yep.
too. That's all that matters.
Yep.
That's all I demand is loyalty. She'll tell you.
Yep.
You could, as long as you don't fuck me over, like life will be grand.
Right. And that-
Everything else can be worked over.
Yep,
Right.
Exactly.
What promotion is this fight?
Clip. So Carlos Lalinas Promotions, Motor City. We wanted it to be a big event. Motor City Casino is a legit venue. She's fighting a great opponent, Christina Ricker, who 1-2, but she's better than her 1-2 record. Just fought for Invicta. It's a good fight, and I don't think she wants to not have good fights. I don't understand these people that don't take good fights and waste time in their life.
Right.
You get mine and Eric's age and probably your guys' age. The one thing we would all crave again is youth.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give Larkyn fights that she could close her eyes and win. And I don't think she wants to be challenged that way. The way I approach her and the way that we talk, I think she wants to be challenged. I mean, she races. I mean, her lifestyle is
Yeah.
Right.
give me something, So I think we have a mutual understanding of that. I actually think her fight's the best fight on the card. I looked at Marco Smallman's on it. He's got a good fight, but we were gonna make it a good fight.
Very cool. You
Yay.
excited?
I'm excited. Super
Yeah.
excited.
So this is your debut professional fight.
Yes.
We got ahead.
All right, man.
Much love though.
Much love, man.
We'll talk
Thanks
to you
for
soon.
getting
Yeah,
a hold
thanks
of
for
me.
coming
Thank
out.
you.
We'll get a hold of you, man. You're welcome. So, debut fight as a pro. You had 2 fights as an amateur.
No, I had 8 fights
Oh,
as an amateur.
okay.
So, see you, Brad.
Bye.
See you, sweetie. So how did you do as an amateur?
So I lost 3 times.
Okay.
So it wasn't the best, but then again, like I took fights that I shouldn't have taken if I wanted a perfect record.
Yeah.
Like all of my losses were at the end, and they were when I didn't really have a gym, and I was traveling to places where obviously they were bringing someone in that would probably lose. But I never lost except in decision, so that's been kind of my thing.
No,
Well,
so
that's the thing, too,
knockouts.
is
That's good.
you know, a lot of those fighters that go through undefeated through their amateur career really haven't been tested.
Right.
Then they get to the pro career, and then it's like, holy shit. Then they start taking losses. So it's good to take your losses in your amateur career, because you learn from those experiences. So
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
I
you,
didn't mean that.
you learn that you can take a loss and life doesn't end.
right.
Like your first loss is a little rough, and then you're like, all right, like
You know,
I'll work harder.
I can't remember who said it. If I was at a game and heard the coach say it, or maybe it was online, I was reading someone taking a loss, but they were like, I'm not saying the word loss anymore. You either win or you learn.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's the biggest thing. You have to appreciate losing, which is hard to do before you can be a winner, be considered a winner. And the reason I say appreciate losing or learning, whatever word you want to use, is it takes a lot of fortitude to come back from that loss.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or that learning experience. You need to build on that. You're going to need to figure out what I did wrong. How do we stop this from the next time? And in your world, it's a lot different because, in a team sport, you can, all right, I'm going to have Joey guard him. Well, in your sport, it's you and you only out there. Your coaches can kind of tell you a couple things, but how often can you hear your coach when you're out there fighting? You can hear him, but you're thinking, this motherfucker's ready to hit me. I need to hit her back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. It's always hard to listen to exactly what they're saying because, they're saying something, and then your hand's stuck, and you can't pull it off, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to not be able to, do what you hear them saying, but, yeah, no, you get to the end of a loss, and you're like, all right, it's time to buckle up and do something, new or try to do something else with my stand-up or something else on the ground, and it's, kind of earth-shattering, but you learn from
It's
it.
great motivation, too, because
Yeah.
you realize, I don't ever want to feel like that again.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that next day or that night or whatever, you're like, that was a horrible feeling, and I'm going to do everything I can not to feel like that again.
Yeah. What gym do you train out of? You said you're in a new gym.
Yeah, so I train at New Way, which is up off Van Dyke near Utica. And then I'm training with Glove at Empire Boxing as well. So I've kind of got it divided up a little bit, but it's nice having. I love my team.
So you got a boxing coach, and then you got.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Very cool. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. Larkyn, if you want to stick around for a little bit, the band, they're a really good band out of Flint.
Okay.
We're going to be back in just a few minutes with them. Still waiting on another guest. Hopefully he shows up. We are also live on Twitter.
Jesus,
So
where
we're-
aren't we live?
We are Facebook Live on Twitter. We are we are Facebook Live on Facebook. We are live on Twitter, and we are live on YouTube.
Gonzo said, I love you guys. I'm a little drunk, by the way.
Gonzo, yeah, he was watching NASCAR all day. So, all right, we'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to Big and Bigger right here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, episode number 195. We got Larkyn Dasch, right?
Yep.
Larkyn Dasch in here, and we got Saneless. When we come back, Saneless will be playing, and we're going to get to know them a little bit after that. Be back in just a few minutes.
Griffin's Neighborhood Auto Clinic is your one-stop auto repair shop. Bill Griffin and all of his mechanics are ASE certified technicians that will provide you with everything from simple diagnostics to complete engine rebuilds, oil changes, batteries, tires, timing belts, suspension, transmissions, and so much more. We are qualified to service anything on your automobile. We will advise you of the best course of action. Go to our website at www.griffinsautoclinic.com or follow us on Facebook at Griffin Neighborhood Auto Clinic or call us at 248-888-9406. Check out the website for monthly specials and coupons. Also, ask about financing your repair to get you on the road faster. 248-888-9406. Stop by Griffin's today and become part of our automotive repair family.
Attention listeners, affordable podcast opportunities await. Cave Radio is looking for podcasters to join our ever-growing family. We offer affordable studio time, live shows, caller interaction, podcast archives, video stream ready studios, and much, much more. For more information, contact DJeer at caveradiobroadcasting.com. That's DEEJER at caveradiobroadcasting.com or BigAlCRB@yahoo.com or message us on the Cave Radio Facebook page.
For the best Italian fare in Metro Detroit, you've got to try Bella Piatti. Venetian-born chef Francesco Apollonia prepares his style of Italian cuisine using only the finest ingredients. Located at 167 Townsend in Birmingham, Michigan, across from the Townsend Hotel. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Friday or dinner on Saturday night. Check out our happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the bar or on the patio. Enjoy $6 appetizers, $3 glasses of wine, and $2 off cocktails. Call 248-494-7110 for dining room reservations. Bella Piatti in Birmingham.
This time it's just a little mention, some sad excuse for your attention. And next time I want more than a taste, and I doubt I'll use more than I waste. Don't make no mention of a feeling, 'cause I know it's more than just a feeling. I've got the way that you make me burn for your touch and yearn for your taste. Falling back into the same old valley where you break me, find me on the floor. Find me where you take me, coming back for more. When I think it's over, start it up again. Look over your shoulder, 'cause I won't let you win. No, this time I'm coming for an answer, and I know it won't come any faster. The last time you left without a trace, I'm sure to put me in my place. I won't make no mention of a feeling, 'cause I know it's more than just a feeling. I've got the way that you make me want what I'm not in love with you hate. Falling back into the same old valley where you break me, find me on the floor. Find me where you take me, coming back for more. When I think it's over, start it up again. Look over your shoulder, 'cause I won't let you win. This time, I'm sure I've never been so certain about anything. I'm done, I'm yours, just take away this pain. Find me where you break me, find me on the floor. Find me where you take me, coming back for more. When I think it's over, you start it up again. Look over your shoulder, 'cause I won't let you win. Find me where you break me, find me on the floor. Find me where you take me, coming back for more. When I think it's over, you start it up again. Look over your shoulder, 'cause I won't let you win. No. She would walk to a bar, change the world with one guitar. I'll be coming near you in the wrong damn place. Wipe that grin right off your face. It's after midnight and you don't need those shades. What you gonna say? What you gonna say about that? You don't need the sun to wear sunglasses, 'cause the sun never sets.
What you gonna say about that? You don't need the sun to wear sunglasses, 'cause the sun never sets on badasses. Yeah. Oh. And walk down the park. Now change his time with a little hum. Oh, go on, boy, it's getting late. And there's nothing you can give that I can take. But it's after midnight and you don't need those shades. What you gonna say? What you gonna say about that? You don't need the sun to wear sunglasses, 'cause the sun never sets on badasses. Yeah. Oh, you don't need the sun to wear sunglasses, 'cause the sun never sets on badasses. Oh. If you want some love, baby, look at me. I got everything you need, 'cause I'm your one-stop man. I'm your one-stop man. Don't go shopping nowhere else, 'cause baby, I'm your one-stop man. If you want romance, baby, look my way. I got games we both can play, 'cause I'm your one-stop man. I'm your one-stop man. Don't go shopping nowhere else, 'cause baby, I'm your one-stop man. Yeah. Well, here we go. If you're blue, you don't need to cry. I'll kiss those tears right from your eyes. I'm your one-stop man. I'm your one-stop man. Don't go shopping nowhere else, 'cause baby, I'm your one-stop man. Well, I'm your one-stop man. I'm your one-stop man. I'm your one-stop man. I'm your one-stop man. Don't go shopping nowhere else, 'cause baby.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. This is Big Easy. I got Alan Dawn with me, as always, hanging out in the cave, episode number 195. I want to thank Larkyn Dasch for stopping in and hanging out with us. We're probably going to have her sit down if she wants to stick around and ask her a couple more questions. You know how we like to get personal with everybody in here after we interview them.
I do.
But ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Flint, Michigan, here is Saneless.
Like the story on Grand. One way stress for time, story on Grand. One way stress forever. Portrait straight away. So now turn to the Dasch and I should meet you like the story of one race, that's the lifetime story on Grand. Here's one. Something about, well, not just from the town we're from, but probably from a lot of them in this country right now. nothing left anymore. Time to move on. Yeah. All right. Come sit down.
Come join
So,
us.
Larkyn, come on and sit back over here. So we only got 3 mics for you guys, so one of you guys is going to have to double up. You guys did a great job sharing the mic, so maybe you can. I'm kidding. All right, so each and every year we do.
Each and every year
we do, around this time, we're going to do 2 this year. But we do an NCAA style bracket pool of the top 64 of something.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to stab you right in the fucking eye, dude.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah.
I'm listening. That's how you know I'm paying attention. Make sure it's the left eye.
It's my non-dominant eye. So anyway, yeah, you got to find a chair and then grab a mic.
Then just pull it up.
We get a low one.
There was one sitting over there.
No.
Anyway, we do our top 64 or something. A couple years. We started off a few years ago when Big Al and I started doing this. We did the tops. I think we only did 30. I think we only did half of the comedians. I think we only did half.
I thought we did 64.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did top 64 comedians. We did sitcoms. Comedians, George Carlin was the winner. Sitcoms, it was the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Of all. Yeah.
Still pissed about that.
Last year, it was Caddyshack. We can't remember who they went up against. Caddyshack was the winner. And then this year we decided to do romantic comedy. So we're sticking with that comedy theme. And we're down to the final 8 teams.
Oh, Jesus.
So you guys, one of the... Oh, shit. Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Remember to keep doing that.
Got you.
Don's our producer.
Our director.
Hey, that's amazing.
Thank you. All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking at it too. It's right in front of me.
Oh.
I didn't even see it.
Dude, your head shines. Like on mine, I can barely see anything around it.
Hey, Al, fuck off.
There we are.
It is pretty shiny. I can see I got to cut it. 'Cause it's like,
I think you need a tattoo back there.
Oh
It
my
says
God,
CRB.
no.
Something, I don't know.
No.
CRB here, there?
No.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. Bullseye or something.
No.
I'm gonna
A
get one.
bullseye?
I'm gonna get a hair tattooed on my bald spot.
So we're down to the final 8 teams. One of them was a walk away, and we don't even have to vote here at the table. All the other games we're voting here at the table and could push this team to the finals.
Okay.
All right. We're going to start off with the highest seeded team, the number 2 ranked Princess Bride
Uh-oh.
versus the number 9 ranked 16 Candles. Larkyn, who's moving on?
Oh,
She's
Princess
young.
Bride.
Oh.
Princess Bride.
Have you seen 60 Candles?
A long time
Okay.
ago.
Okay.
Mm.
Princess Bride or 16 Candles?
Princess Bride,
Okay.
without a doubt.
Yep.
All right. So that's 4. Princess Bride. Back there, Princess Bride or 16 Candles? Melissa, 16 Candles or
slide.
Princess Bride?
Will.
Ooh.
Slide it there.
Mm.
Princess Bride or 16 Candles? Quickly.
Jesus.
Dawn.
Princess Bride.
Al.
Oh, I hate that one.
I still love 16 Candles.
Me too.
And
Oh,
I'm going
God.
with that.
Thank you for voting
All right,
for
so-
them, though.
No,
16
both great movies, but
Yes.
16 Candles was up 14 to 11.
Oh, yeah, you guys fucked it.
So we
Thanks.
got 16, 20
If I
to
change my mind.
16. The
Princess
Princess Bride
Bride.
moves
Okay.
on. The Princess Bride. All right, this one here
God.
was a walkway. The number 7 seeded Meet the Parents went down to the number 12 seeded Wedding Singer, 19 to 5.
Nice.
19 to 5 votes. So the Wedding Singer moves on. Okay, this is the number 4 seeded Groundhog Day
Don't drive angry.
versus the number 7 Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers. We're going to start with Larkyn.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. All right.
Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Groundhog Day.
Wedding Crashers.
Oh,
Wedding
yep.
Crashers.
Yep.
Groundhog Day. Back there. Chris.
Wedding Crashers are, yeah.
Wedding Crashers, so that's
Okay.
3 more.
Wedding Crashers.
Al?
I guess stick with my losing streak here and go Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
was nice.
I'm going with Groundhog Day also. So it's 20 to 14, the winner, Wedding Crashers.
Now these are like movies that I would actually want to see.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's what, see, the first round, we had 64 teams, so there was movies like...
There was a lot of shit I'd never seen before
Yeah,
because I'm not
exactly.
sitting at home as a single man eating popcorn watching romantic comedies.
Right.
Trust me when I
So
tell
I
you.
mean, like, is
I
that the
did.
criteria?
16
Is like,
candles.
am I choosing which one of those that I would rather see first?
Yeah, for
Is
sure.
that's-
Yeah. Which one would move on? Who's the winner? Who's the best movie?
Yeah.
All right, this one here was, this is the closest of the 3 games, or the 4 games. The number 3 seeded 40-year-old virgin. Versus,
Kelly Clarkson.
versus the number 5 seeded 51st dates.
Oh.
Larkin.
40-year-old virgin.
All right.
40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old virgin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with the Virgin.
Virgin. 40-year-old virgin. Okay. Back there. Chris. Yeah. What about you, Don?
I like virgins.
You do? They don't know what they're
I
doing.
think
though.
so.
She's never had one, but she's Big Al.
And you're right.
You got a blowjob from the training? 4-year-old virgin.
Trainee.
All right. 40-year-old virgin moves on. All right. So it lines up like this. It lines up with The Princess Bride versus Wedding Singers
Oh.
next week, and 40-year-old virgin versus Wedding Crashers.
Wow.
Is how it's going to line up. I don't have the sheet with me. I didn't bring it. But I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to line up. So if you tune in or go to the Facebook page, Big and Bigger
Vote.
tomorrow morning. If you're not a fan, like the page and then vote on.
Who was the
final
what was the
4.
tiebreaker last week? That had to be voted
Princess
on?
Bride ended up smoking them.
Oh yeah.
It was so close, and then Princess Bride won by like 16 votes.
right.
So yeah, we had a tiebreaker. Princess Bride, and whoever they played last week, which I think was on there.
Was that Pretty in Pink?
Yeah, Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
They had tied 20 to 20, so we had 40 votes between studio and online.
Right.
And then it went to the tiebreaker, and Princess Bride beat the shit out of them by like 14 votes or something. So yeah, so go to the Big and Bigger page, like it, and vote tomorrow morning.
Please.
Please. Cool Beans on the way. Be here around 9.
Oh,
Okay, see you then.
Okay.
Boobies on the way. Yeah, no
said
boobies on the way. Sorry.
All right. So Saneless is in the house. Thank you guys for coming in and rocking, by the way. Come up on that mic, man. You're a fucking singer.
Yeah, I get to vote for movies I've never seen before.
Yeah. Thank you guys for participating.
Thanks.
And thank you guys for rocking out, man. You guys did a great job.
Well, yeah, we try. These 2 characters right here have been encouraging me to
Why don't
do
you,
my
before we
work.
start
before we
pointing, introduce the band.
I'm Russ Palmer.
Yeah, look up at the camera and introduce
Yeah,
the
okay.
band.
I'm Russ
I'm
Palmer.
kidding. You don't have to look at the camera.
You don't want to look at me anyway.
Can we get a zoom on Russ Palmer, please?
Yeah.
Can we get a zoom?
Okay, I'm Russ Palmer.
Close up.
Willie Ray on drums.
How you doing?
Emily Fox, bass, and Randy Dunkley.
What up?
He's put up with me for I don't know how many years. And we are Saneless.
You say your name's Willie?
Yeah.
Willie Ray. And we were in some cover bands, and I'd throw in some of these original tunes in them, and got a good response, but never announce them. Just throw
just
them
throw 'em in
just
there.
throw them in their set.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way you're safe.
Yeah.
You
Was
know,
one of the
some
cover
doesn't like
bands
it, and
a,
you just say, oh, we'll never do that one again. But if they like it, you might have a clue,
Was one of the cover bands a Talking Heads cover band? Because you got a David Byrne
Yeah,
thing
I know.
going.
I keep hearing that all the time. But
You're
I'm
like the
older
8th
than he
person
is,
that
so,
said that.
you know, so
Yes.
I'm
It's
older-
not a bad
I
thing.
know,
No, I agree with it.
I'm older than he is.
I'm
but
one of the 8
so
people.
he's imitating me.
So,
But they would encourage you to do just break away from doing the cover band thing and just focus on this. So it's worked out well. We recorded at the Sound Shop with good old Motor City Josh.
Yep.
And yeah,
great spot.
Yeah, and released it digital audio. And in a day and a half, I started getting notes about like from England, and I'm going, wait a minute. It's like, well, if you release something on streaming audio, you don't have things to make. You don't have to press CDs. You don't have to ship it. It's instantaneous. This thing is worldwide like crazy.
That's what's crazy about the World Wide Web.
Yeah, yeah.
We're huge in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
Because we're always talking about food.
Yeah, I'm huge everywhere. But
Yeah, You got the donut shop there, and you got this thing next door, and then a liquor store. I get it. Yeah, we do that too. But yeah, so it's been working out okay. It's it's a lot of fun. I got a lot more stuff. I just got to keep breaking out. I think when the weather gets nicer or something, and some of our personal issues with our family members like settle down for a while. We should be okay. But yeah, we've been doing this for what, Randy? A few years, quite a few years.
It's been about 70 years.
70 years, yeah. When Charles Christian put a first pickup in an
Jesus
electric
was
guitar
walking
back
on
in
the earth.
1937 or something like that.
Where did you guys come up with the name Saneless? What does it mean? I'm assuming,
Well, saneless. Sane is less. Saneless. We're saneless.
You're out of
it's like
sane.
witless, mindless, careless, reckless, saneless.
Washed away with clean water.
We're thinless.
Yeah, we're thinless.
Yeah. Not insanity, but without
Everybody's
sanity.
got less. Sometimes less is more.
In our case, it definitely is.
How long?
That's not what she said.
Now you said you and Randy been together for playing music for a while. How long has the band Saneless been together?
Over a year. Pretty much, pretty much officially about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, a year plus, a little over a year.
Yeah, I will say, though, that we met 10 years ago, 12
12,
years ago,
13 years ago.
playing jam nights.
Yeah, it's
and
terrible. I still am.
Russ would show up at these jam nights that we hosted, and we just started. It just kind of kept going from there.
But then we kind of recognized that,
It just kind of turned into a band.
Yeah, we've been spent so much time on stage together over the years, and we just started thinking about it. And most of the time when we're playing, a lot of our stuff is riff-based stuff. And when I came to this town, the second song, it was really scripted. There's no room to really play. But we like to we did pretty much what I call an AM radio version of Dorian Gray, but we like to stretch that one out.
Okay.
And we could do a couple more here. We got probably Rain on My Barbecue.
Yeah.
Rain on My Barbecue. Like Don't Rain on My Life. Don't rain on my barbecue. You can do what you want.
So
Don't snow on my barbecue.
Yeah.
Where you guys got any shows coming up?
We're doing we got this thing going, and not so much for this month, the 26th. I didn't tell these guys yet. Yeah, we got to think something on the 26th.
Hey guys, don't go on vacation.
But it's not on a day when you guys got something else going. We're in multiple bands.
Hopefully.
Things
Hopefully.
Are you sure?
Yeah. But when we get together to play, what I like about all of us together collectively is what I like about us collectively is we play. We're
You guys sound like you guys got your shit together when and that's a lot of the bands that come in here. Some of the bands that come in here, we literally have our own private concert every Sunday night. So we get a lot of bands come in here, and some of the bands you can tell the ones that practice a lot, and you can tell the ones that don't practice a lot. You know what I mean? And you can tell you might not practice a lot, but you guys gel together, and maybe that's
it's embarrassing what the time we don't spend practicing. We don't want to get
just
into
jam
it.
together.
Yeah.
We
well,
should.
that jamming's playing
That's
together.
the same
You know
thing.
what? We actually do play about every week.
Yeah,
Every
well,
week
we do,
we'll
yeah.
play jam night.
We practice live most of the time because there are other bands. We got jobs and other things to do.
Well,
so it's
even
like,
when you
I'll
said
tell you what,
you get together and jamming's
it's
practicing.
really
I mean,
good. we did when the first time we played one of the songs on a CD is I wrote the riff and I said, well, here it is. It's D for 12 counts and it's A for 4 counts. And so, Randy, when I step up to the mic, I'm singing something, and when I step back from the mic, you start playing something. and that was it live. I was just okay. That was it. I just kind of like did a stand-up comedy act or something like that with the words.
You know
Just
what?
fit 'em in.
I will have to say that we did this open mic night at Crown Road Bar for years. That's how we met. 12 years ago.
CRB.
Yeah,
CRB.
and I was going to
I
say
saw that
CRB.
before, and I was
I-
like, what is the
that's-
CRB?
You gotta step up there.
it's affectionately known as the CRB. So
Yeah.
just,
Corona Road Bar.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Flint's real rock and roll bar. You don't go in there and have somebody tell you to turn it down.
Right.
There's a real live, huge PA built into that place, and it's like, oh my God.
so now tell us a little bit about you're from Flint area. How often do you get down to the Detroit area?
I like to get down here a lot more.
Casino.
A lot more.
I'm here every week.
Yeah, you see, they're going to the casino in a while,
every last one.
But yeah, I like to start gigging around here a lot. We need to bump our show up to at least an hour and a half, and that pretty much gets you in the door. And we're about an hour right now.
Okay.
So yeah, but
all originals. You guys mix. A
yeah,
couple covers?
I got 5 more originals that are in my head and pretty much put together, and we're working on Broken by Lovely the band, believe it or not, and North American Scum LCD sound system. The subject matter is all over the map on that one. That's a hard one for me to get, but mindless repetition is a good thing.
Okay.
I like. I'm practicing Broken. There's on YouTube. There's a 1 hour loop. It just keeps repeating and repeating. So you can't help but learn something if you do that. I like to do that with every song because my thing is mindless repetition. I just get.
If nothing else, you can hypnotize yourself.
Yeah, hypnotize myself and then forget what I did it for.
Where can we find your music?
On Apple, iTunes. Let's see. Pretty much everything. Amazon, Google Music. All the big players.
Spotify.
You're out there, yeah. 7 Digital in England. I found out that British Broadcasting Corporation started a streaming library. They're building one. And, they like my stuff, but we need some videos.
Right.
You got to have something to go with it. So
that's the new thing is the visual. Everyone wants to
everybody
see a video.
has to. Yeah,
that's
everybody
why
has to
we're
see who
doing
you are.
video now.
Exactly.
Because everybody wants to see how fat we are because we always talk
yeah,
about it.
we're
on the
passing
radio.
around the goodies and this stuff. There's the evidence right there.
No, I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
take
I
6.
can't have them.
Yeah, she's fighting in a couple weeks. She can't.
It's a gummy. You can't be like if something happens.
on.
you're
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, one leads
That
to the
green
whole bag.
gummy
Like,
really-
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
true.
right. Yeah.
It's true.
So, Larkin, how'd you like him?
I liked it a lot. A lot, actually. I mean, I used to work at a bar in a small town, so I heard a lot of bands, like smaller bands coming up. And
Smaller
This
than
was-
this one? Never mind. Keep going. Sorry.
there was a band of midgets that used to come in
Remember
every
who
week,
she
and
is.
they were smaller.
but I was really
Don't punch
impressed,
me.
actually. I liked it a lot.
Oh, thank you.
So good job, guys.
So,
Thank you.
we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to kind of delve into the personal side of Saneless
Damn it.
and with Larkin here.
Oh, okay.
Not real personal. Like, we don't want to know who your first kiss was or anything like that. but
I
we
do.
got, we got Dawn does. Dawn does.
Dolly Parton.
Ooh.
Damn.
Go big or go home.
Real big.
Moving right along.
So, we'll be back in, I don't know, about 5-6 minutes. We're going to ask a few questions, and then at 8:30, we're going to do Dumb Shit with Dawn.
Oh, Jesus.
So, one of our favorite
Great day to
segments-
do it.
One of our favorite segments here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, Big and Big.
Everybody's favorite
Yeah,
segment.
exactly. All right, we'll be back in about 6 minutes. You're listening to episode number 195, Big and Bigger, right here on Cave Radio Broadcasting.
I've been day drinking since noon. I forgot what size I forgot what size.
Say you at least try.
Then they're
probably on.
That looks good, though.
I don't even know what to do for you. I want to meet her, obviously.
If I can't listen to it, watch it live. I love getting up Monday morning and watching Dumb Shit with Dawn.
I laugh at myself. So stupid. So dumb. It is
First
so.
couple of times we had a lot. Alan told me today.
to run away. Short in the shade of gray. Oh, as I've been watching, yet to see a day, and where the smiles fade. Walk my way and join me in the sun, in the sun. Oh, you take my hand, be happy in just one moment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on the Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Are we live?
www.crbradio.com.
I meant on the video.
Yes, we're live. We're live, Dom.
Yeah, we've been doing the show for about an hour and a half now.
Oh, my God.
We're live. All right. We have Larkyn Dasch in the house. She's getting ready to compete April 12th at the Motor City Casino versus Christina. Is it Christina Ricker?
Yep.
By the way,
whoop her
you're gonna
ass.
kick her ass. Yeah.
Don't break a leg.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the sport you want to say.
Black
Break a leg.
But good luck. Yeah.
We got Larkyn Dasch in here. We also have Saneless all the way from Flint, Michigan, hanging out with us. We're going to do Dumb Shit with Dawn in about 15 minutes. So make sure you tune in to Big Al's live feed, the Cave Radio live feed, which is on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, all on the Cave Radio page. You can listen to us at www.crbradio.com or on your Apple or Android whatever device. Download Cave Radio, all one word. All right. We like to get to know you guys in this segment. And by the way, when I say get to know you, I mean kind of on a personal-ish type thing. So the very first question, this is the icebreaker question.
Who was your first kiss?
No. It's way better.
Who was your first arrest?
Hold on.
Who was your first erection?
No. If you could bang any cartoon character, which cartoon character would you bang?
You had no idea it was this type of show.
We're going to start with Randy.
Sailor Moon.
Who?
Sailor Moon.
Oh,
Sailor
Jesus.
Moon. I've never heard of that one. Who's that?
That's like
Anime.
Okay,
yeah.
anime. I'm sorry, Emily. Give her a mic, somebody. If you could bang any cartoon character, which cartoon character would it be?
Do I have to pick one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be answering the question.
I'm going to guess Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say Barney.
Barney?
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Barney. All right, Willie.
I hate to say it because it's somebody else's girl. She's sexy as hell. Roger Rabbit's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. That's number one answer.
Number one answer.
A little too on the nose for me.
Jessica Rabbit.
Olive oil.
Olive oil. You like him skinny with no tits.
Olive oil.
Larkyn.
Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin.
Oh.
That was my little kid crush.
Okay.
In the mischief.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I like Johnny Bravo.
All right.
SpongeBob.
All right. Let's go with this one here. Is if you could fight? I'm sorry. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? We're gonna start with you, Larkyn, because you're the fighter. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
This is
You know
no
what?
holds barred,
Yeah,
like no ring, no rules.
Your life depends on it.
I'm taking the horse-sized duck. I grew up with ducks, but I did not grow up with horses, and so I don't even know. That's
Okay.
different rules.
All right, so the horse-sized duck.
The horse-sized duck.
Yeah?
One is enough. Hundred's a little much.
Okay. Willie?
I'd whoop the shit out of 100 horse-sized ducks.
Duck-sized horses.
Duck-sized
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you don't want 100 horse-sized ducks.
No. Well, you know,
You definitely
I don't know.
they get it too.
Emily, what about you? Give her a mic.
I would take 100 duck-sized horses.
Okay.
Duck-sized horses.
I would too.
Yeah, the duck-sized horses?
Yeah, because if it's like a thing where my life depends on it, I could get away from little tiny
So you're
duck
gonna
size.
flee the horses?
Yeah,
This is a fight
yeah,
to
I'm
the
gonna flee.
death.
Oh, if I gotta fight one,
enough.
you know what? If I gotta fight one, I will still take the 100.
Do you know how sore your legs
duck-sized
are
horses.
going
It's
to be
100.
Running
Yeah.
and
trying to
kicking.
kick field
Yep,
goals?
that's all
with
right.
those little
My life,
horses
I'll
all
do it.
Could live to run another day.
I would. I mean,
Their hands, can I use a weapon?
if there's a rock, you can use a rock. But I
How
mean,
are you gonna? How are you
we
gonna
need
fight?
Rock.
Yeah, like a fucking rock. You know?
This is like in the Coliseum
Yeah,
type
whatever's
thing.
available.
Like
Mike's
How
Yeah.
gladiator-ish.
Man, how are you gonna fight a horse-sized duck? You can't. You're not gonna beat a
Strangle it.
horse-sized duck.
Just like
You might
headlock
beat
it.
Means
100
necessary. That's
duck-sized
how.
I'm gonna
horses.
drop kick it. I bet she can kick the shit out of it.
Yeah, she probably good.
Dumb
What are you gonna do?
has
Kick it in
already
its,
begun.
in its balls?
12 minutes. 12 minutes, guys. 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
What you eating there, Don?
I don't even know.
I'm right. Figured
I don't even know. Gummies. Gummy bears.
All right. This one's for the band. Saneless just got their dream concert. You guys get to pick who's playing this concert with you. 2 bands, and what venue is this going to happen in? Now, these bands can be past or present, dead or alive. So you can dig back and date. You can be with the Doors and whoever you want. But there's 2 bands and a venue. Where is this happening at? And what 2 bands are going to be there? We're going to start with Randy.
It's gonna be like some early '70s Deep Purple, and it's going to be at my mom's house.
What's the other band?
Oh, I got to pick two bands?
Yeah,
two bands and a venue.
Ooh.
At your mom's house.
On the
That
deck.
sounds like a bad joke.
On the deck.
I'm going to say Deep Purple and the Talking Heads.
Okay.
Nice.
Emily, two bands, what venue?
I actually would have said Talking Heads and the Stones.
Okay. And where's the venue?
And I would play at Randy's mom's house.
Jesus. How big's your mom's yard?
You don't even know, bro.
I've never seen it.
Willie, what about you?
I don't know either.
I like Chevelle.
Okay.
Chevelle and Convergence Theory.
Okay. And where's this happening at?
What?
The coolest mom I ever met in my life. Her name's well, I don't know her name either. I forget it. But it's Randy's mom. It's Randy's
Dude,
mom.
everybody's playing at Randy's mom's house. What's going on?
Randy's mom is
her
a
name-
mean.
her name is
I
Fat
don't know
Hussy.
Randy well enough.
Hey, Hussy.
Russ.
Okay, well, Rolling Stones, ZZ Top, at Randy's mom's house.
Jesus Christ, with Randy's mom's house.
Wow.
Killing
Hey.
it, Mom. Killing it.
You guys need to make a song.
Well,
called
we'll
Randy's
invite her
Mom.
to the party too when she
Randy's
finds out.
That
mom.
should be the album title, Randy's mom's house.
That is brilliant.
It is brilliant.
I like that.
Backyard now.
Love that.
That's where we got the album. Backyard.
I don't even know her, but I want to go to her house all of a sudden.
All right, they're making a movie
Movie.
about Saneless, and
Are we
we
supposed
need
to do that?
we need help. We need your help casting this movie. Okay. All right, so it's gonna be fun. Russ, who's gonna play Willie?
Who's going to play Willie?
And it can't be Randy's mom.
You know, it can't be Randy's mom. Who's that? Samuel Jackson.
Forrest Whitaker.
Okay. I was thinking of.
Keep the beat, motherfucker.
All right, who's playing Emily? Willie.
Who's playing Emily? Not me.
Looking for a clue.
Randy's mom.
Randy. Randy's mom. Yeah.
Randy's mom's playing. All right, Emily, give Don, give her your mic. Emily, who's playing Randy?
Who's playing Randy?
Mm-hmm.
Barney Rubble.
I was going to say it.
Okay. And Randy,
That's hot.
Randy, who's playing Russ?
Who's playing Russ? Sir Albert Einstein is playing Russ.
I was gonna say my guess would be for Russ. As soon as you walked in, well, oh, that's a good one too. But fucking my man from Back to the Future.
Oh, Doc.
Doc,
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
All right.
For Willie, I'd say Ari Spears.
I like coloring my hair too. It doesn't do any good.
All right.
And I haven't thought of one for Emily and Randy yet, but those are the two. Those were as soon as you guys walked in, I was like, oh man.
Fucking
For
Rice-
Will, I would pick.
fucking Rice Spears.
I'd pick that dude that was in Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I would pick him.
Yeah,
I don't know his name.
He's dead. The big dude.
Oh,
Big
is he
black
die?
guy.
Did he die?
He was in Green Mile.
Oh,
Yeah, yes,
Duncan. Michael
Michael
Duncan
Clark.
Clark.
Yes,
Michael
that's
Clark
it.
Duncan.
Thank you.
Oh, ladies in the
Michael
background
Clark
having a
Duncan?
field day
Michael
with
Duncan.
this shit.
Will
Michael
Ferrell was
Duncan
in
Clark.
Talladega
Michael Duncan
Nights.
Clark. No.
Yeah, you sure?
For Emily, I would
God
pick that
damn it,
girl
I
that's
love
on
this.
the Guild and Mystery Science Theater 3000, the new one.
Okay.
And for me, I would pick Johnny Depp.
Hot.
Seems legit.
Yeah. Totally. I see it.
All right. So, Chris, jump on Russ's mic real quick. Who would play Larkyn in the movie? Chris. Who would play Larkyn in a movie about herself?
I'm gonna have to go with Demi Lovato.
Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
For sure.
Certainly.
Okay, I can see
That'll
that.
work.
All right,
Tyler.
Larkyn, I'm going to try to ask this question, kind of like I did with them. With you get your dream fight. Say you're 15-0 as a pro. Who are you going to fight in this dream fight, and where would this dream fight happen? Which venue?
So, I would fight Ronda Rousey because I have some choice words to say about her.
Okay.
And
She might be listening, so fire him away.
Hey.
She's a fan. She's a fan.
Yeah, she's a huge fan.
We got a little beef here, folks.
so I don't care where it would be.
Randy's mom's fucking backyard.
Yeah, there we go. Backyard fight. It's
Yeah.
on.
Both there the same
We
day.
are broadcasting live.
By the way, just for the record, Rainey's mom lives in front of Madison Square Garden. That's,
Perfect.
Well, next thing we have to do is invite Randy's mom.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
you know,
So-
you're,
so-
you're invited to a party at your house. Hey,
I want to hear more about this. What are your choice words for Ronda
Well-
Rousey? And trust me, she's not listening.
She might.
Right.
It's one of those things where I'm all about attitude, and if you have a bad attitude, I don't give you a lot of respect, and she has a bad attitude, so I don't give a lot of respect to her.
You don't think some of that was show?
It doesn't matter.
Might
Like,
have been from getting hit
you
in the
know,
head
I
so
mean, you
much.
can be funny about stuff, but if you have a bad attitude and you're trying to make other people's lives worse, I don't want to hear about it.
Do you mean? Are you talking about like
True.
a rock star
Fair enough.
attitude that we have to deal with? You know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is
I mean,
it
it's the
kinda
same
like that?
thing. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
basically.
same thing.
It's the same thing.
She didn't throw a cart through a bus window, though.
Well,
I mean,
True.
that's,
See,
you
that's
know.
another person.
Yeah, but she gets
did
to
that?
she gets to beat some sense into people, though. You know?
Well,
Well, not lately.
it's still
Yeah.
early yet.
She is
She
on the
also-
WWE circuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she also kind of
That's probably after
left
Holly
the
Holmes.
playing field when everyone caught up. But
Well,
Yeah,
and that's
that's for
the
sure.
you know when that first fight that she was it the blonde hair chick that fucking rocked
Yeah,
her.
Holly
Yeah,
Holmes.
Holly Holmes, man.
Kick her in the head.
Dude,
Lost control.
it was over. Someone discovered her, you know, because she was a bully. She'd get in there and she'd physically manhandle or woman handle, whatever you want to say, these other fighters.
That
'cause
was
she
like
Go
Tyson
with
losing to Buster Douglas.
Yeah, it was.
I was just like, oh my god,
Yeah, it
that
was.
just happened.
But you didn't see it coming. You know, like,
No,
you
nobody
thought
did.
that was the baddest bitch on the planet, just like you thought. And I don't mean that derogatory by any way, Larkin. Don't come.
no, yeah, I know.
Call me a bitch.
Yes,
I'd love
he
to see her
did.
jump up on
I
a
want to
stool
see
and
it.
kick the shit out of you.
Scissor kick me.
Is there a scissor kick?
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
Yeah, there is one. It's in Europe.
It's not only scissor sisters.
I just
But there
asked a
is
question.
There is a scissor kick.
You're not supposed
Yes.
to run with them.
I didn't realize scissors came in.
Kicks.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Wait for this place.
4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes.
What happened to us?
Stupid.
All right, listen, Larkin, tell us about your fight real quick.
Okay, April 12th, Motor City Casino. I've been training hard. I've been training my ass off, actually. I've never trained so hard for a fight ever. Obviously, she's got 3 pro fights. I have none, so I'm bringing it all, and we'll see what happens.
All right, the pro debut of Larkin Dasch.
Good
It's,
luck.
April 12th,
Yes,
Motor
good
City
luck.
Casino.
Whoop her
Do us a
ass.
favor, is that's on a Saturday.
Friday.
It's a
Friday night.
So that Sunday, call us.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah.
Call
let
us,
us know.
just 5-minute interview. I'll send you a message on Facebook.
Sweet.
Call us, win or lose, because we're not attitude people here. man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just fat.
Yeah. When you
Right,
win,
right.
when you win, give us a call.
Yes,
Is that better?
exactly.
How about that? Confidence, not cockiness.
Right.
That's what I tell my
Exactly.
son. All right, we're gonna take a real quick break. When we come back, dumb shit with Dawn, everybody. Be back in like 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. Get ready.
2.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Isabella, who sent you here tonight? Please tell us your motives in the dark. Isabella, what wonders do you hold? Please tell us how you shine like gold. The day was so long, need some relief. Isabella's so I sing you a song, let out my grief. Isabella, comfort me. Isabella, who would ever leave your side? Please tell us what secrets you confess.
monsters going to be on the show.
Some relief Isabella, so I need sing you a song, let out my grief. Isabella, comfort me. They were so long, need some relief. Isabella, so I need sing you a song, let out my grief. Isabella, comfort me.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Slovakian trap cone.
That's correct.
It is one of those. It's an anal butt plug that's shaped in a cone that is super small for men, Czechoslovakian men.
So what?
Czechoslovakian.
Czechoslovakian? From Czechoslovakia?
Czechoslovakia.
Okay. That's Badakal. Badakal.
It's time for
80s porn
music.
All right,
They've
everybody.
got an intro.
Welcome back to Big and Bigger episode number 195 here on Cave Radio
Are you ready,
Broadcasting.
Dawn?
I am.
Dumb shit with Dawn, as the intro just said. All right.
Breathe.
Each and every week we do this Dumb Shit with Dawn segment, and we're not making fun of Dawn per se.
No, of course not.
Because we love you and we respect you.
Thank
but
you.
You get drunk on Sundays, and we love to take advantage of that right there.
I
And we
still-
want to thank her sponsor, Missy, over in the corner there for every Sunday night.
It's actually
getting
her
cocktails.
AA sponsor.
Thank you for your service.
We sign each other's
Thank
list.
you for giving her a pass every Sunday from her AA. Yes, excellent. Excellent.
So, all right, here we go.
Oh,
Are
God.
you ready, Dawn?
Yes, yeah.
All right. What does MMA stand for?
Oh, Jesus.
Martial Mixed Artists. No.
Like Eminem?
Mixed Martial Arts.
Hey, all right.
There you go. We'll give you that one. We'll give
Thank
you. That one.
you.
That's one of the easier ones. All right. Who was better known as the Duke?
Of Earl? The Duke of Earl?
Who was better known as the Duke?
Duke of Earl, Duke.
John.
Hammer Jingles, Hammer Smith.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. John. Hold on.
You know this.
I do. He's a Western.
Is he a Western?
He is
Like
a
he's
Western.
He's
a Westerner.
Right?
He's a movie.
He's a Western.
Because them damn Easterns. am I
He's
right?
a movie.
John. No, that was Eastwood. I want
I hope it is.
Yes.
John J. I don't. John some Jacob. No.
Think of first names.
Can I give her a hint?
No.
John.
Think of other first
Ween.
names.
All right. Yeah.
I was doing that with my mind.
Thank you. Telepathically.
What were Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong the first to ever do?
On the moon.
Nice.
What did they do on the moon? Jerk off?
Walked.
All right, there you go.
Oh, good job.
They did a walk-in.
I would have said jerked off.
After midnight, searching for you.
Who
They're
invented
playing
the
Patsy
light
Cline when they
bulb?
did that.
Who invented the light bulb?
James Jefferson. No, Edison. Edison.
James Edison.
Edison.
What's his first name?
What the fuck is James Jefferson? Is that George's brother?
John Edison. James Edison. Isaac Edison.
I'll give you half.
No.
I'll give you
You're
half.
confusing James Madison.
I'll give you half.
Nikolai Edison. No, is
Thomas.
it? Thomas Edison. Thomas E. Bell.
I'll give you half. Of that
Oh my
one.
God.
No, it
All right.
wasn't Bell. That's the phone.
Oh, she answered the next
Well,
question.
that's actually the next
You
question.
are psychic.
Oh!
Who invented the telephone?
Now we have
Uh,
psychic shit with Dawn.
Oof. Wow.
Psychic.
It just got weird.
I can find shit out for you.
That's crazy. That's
right.
absolutely
Psychic
crazy.
shit.
What country is Jerusalem in?
Ooh.
Israel.
Oh wow.
Look at the big brains on Dawn.
Ah,
What is the plural form of goose?
gooses. Goose. Gaggles. Gaggles. It's a gaggles, right?
No.
Geese.
Ah, there you go.
Oh
That
my
is-
God. See, I told you dumb. Just dumb.
What are the 6 interrogative or question words?
Who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Nice.
Damn, she said that
Pulled
shit
that
quick.
one right out.
Of my everything.
Yes, of your everything.
What do you call a group of crows?
Gaggles.
No.
Crocs. I bet that would be a good one, wouldn't it?
Crocs
It'd be.
of
Look at those crock of crows.
That's Eric's shoes.
Do what?
That's Eric's shoes.
I don't have them on.
Oh, you don't have them on?
Oh, I got tennis shoes on.
Oh, it's not warm
All
enough
right,
yet.
It's not warm
so
enough
a
yet.
flock.
Wait,
A
can I-
flock
It's
is
a hard
a
one.
flock of seagulls.
No.
Can I tell her?
No, you can't tell her. Dude, it's dumb shit with Dawn.
No,
That's
Crows.
smart
when
shit
she's
with
done,
Randy.
can I
Yeah,
do
you
the
can
big
go ahead.
reveal?
Tell her,
A
tell her, 'cause
crock
she's already
of
done.
crows.
What is it?
Murder.
It's a murder of crows.
What?
Kind of weird, huh?
See, I did not know that.
Okay.
Did you know this?
I don't know. I didn't know Edgar Allan Poe was part of the Audubon Society. You know,
It's an Incubus album, actually.
you know.
Right.
The Incubus album, Murder of Crows.
In
Incubus.
which
Baltimore
in
Ravens.
which country are the pyramids of Giza located?
Which country are the pyramids of Giza located? In Giza.
Good answer. Yes, give it to her.
Is that a country? Greece. Africa.
That's a continent.
Oh. Which country? In Egypt.
There you go.
There you go.
Jack
Oh
Hunger
my
got it.
God.
Well, he almost got it.
Thank
he
you,
spelled it
Jack.
wrong. And then he said, fuck, because he spelled it wrong.
What state,
I get it.
What state is known as the Lone Star State?
The Lone Star. That would be the star of the loneliness.
What
Shines on me. Texas. Did it work? Did it work?
Yeah.
It worked.
Absolutely. That
What the fuck just happened there?
You just took the long way to the corner.
She just
somehow,
pulled
but you ended up at the corner.
She just pulled a fucking Will Ferrell from fucking Old School. Boo! What?
You know.
In which country is the Taj Mahal located? In which country is the Taj Mahal
The
located?
Taj Mahal is famous.
It's very famous.
Hence how it got into a question on
Is
Dumb
it?
Shit
What
with
is it?
Dawn.
It is famous. Taj Mahal is a hallway. Is it in Italy?
No. Absolutely. Close, though.
Is it in
Well, it's not really close.
Spanish?
Spanish?
Spain?
No.
Yiddish.
You got
Is
the-
it Greece?
You had the very first letter right of the first answer you gave.
Italian.
Oh,
No.
by Apple. Because
Um,
Apple made the Italian,
Indonesia.
Italian.
It's India.
You're getting
India.
closer. Oh,
India.
she might have got it.
All right.
You were closer. You were getting closer.
Indiana.
What superhero utters the words Shazam before he turns into his superhero form?
Shazam. That would be
That would be what?
A flapper. I heard somebody flapping over there.
That's clapping.
Shazam.
But,
What
Okay.
superpower does the flapper have?
He's a Shazam.
And he turns into this character.
Hawk.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
I don't know.
She actually said
Did he
it.
say
She actually said it, but
No, no,
it's
no.
Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam is Shazam. That's why he
Shazam.
was clapping.
Shazam says Shazam.
He says Shazam.
Shazam.
And then becomes Shazam.
So Shazam. Who's Shazam? I've never heard of Shazam.
That's what I'm saying.
What does he? What does he do?
He turns into Shazam.
Like he cleans stuff?
No, he just
It does sound like
someone
I
does
didn't-
something
I
and he's
didn't
in the
know Jim
background
Nabors
real loud
was
going,
Shazam.
Shazam!
I
Isn't
didn't
he
know
like
Jim
a-
Nabors was a superhero. He used to say Shazam on the old Andy Griffith show. I
And
mean,
then your
Jim
bathtub
Nabors?
would be clean.
Shazam? I mean, come on.
I'm gonna give her that.
I'm-
She
give it to
said
her
it.
without.
She said the word.
Thank you.
The guy with the
It's more of
lightning
her
bolt.
psychic abilities.
Yeah, exactly. Who was Isaac Newton?
Isaac Newton was an inventor
And a loving father.
and a loving father
He was an inventor.
and a husband.
I'll give it to you.
He's an
No,
inventor.
no.
Well,
Somebody's
I'll give
son.
it to you because he was an
He
inventor.
invented the neuron. The neuron.
Neurod? What the
The
fuck's a neurod?
neutron.
No.
Neutron?
The
Jimmy
neurarion.
No, but what did he discover?
What is that?
He
He's on parole for
discovered
car theft.
something.
An apple fell on his head and he discovered something.
It hurts.
And it's not
Johnny- wait.
smoothies or applesauce or anything like that.
Said Johnny Appleseed.
Oh.
She almost said I heard it. No, he was he was famous because he was an inventor. I also would have taken astronomer, mathematician, or the discoverer of gravity.
Oh.
The apple fell. Gravity. Okay.
Oh my
He was
God.
unemployed.
The observer.
All right, finish this equation.
Jack Hugger said he invented Fig Newtons.
He did.
Finish this equation.
That was a keyboard elf.
3 plus 2 divided by 1 equals
3 plus 2. 5.
divided by 1 equals
5.
Hey, good job. Your
What
drunk
is-
math is pretty good.
What is the primary
Thanks.
difference between ocean water and tap water?
Less sharks.
No salt.
Oh, good job.
Varying degrees of poison.
How many states does the Grand Canyon touch?
4.
Can you show me?
That's
on
what Al
this-
said.
Can you show
5.
me on this map where the Grand Canyon touched you?
Exactly.
I want to be touched by the Grand Canyon.
No, that's the Grand Canyon.
That's the Grand
One.
Canyon.
It only
The Grand Canyon.
Can I have some cannon,
It only
please?
touches one. Arizona.
Of the grand stature.
What was the war?
Grande.
What was the war between the North and the South called?
The North-South War.
The war on drugs.
What was the war between the North and the South called?
Confederate firefighters. The Confederate fight.
That's the South.
Oh.
And then there was the North. But what was the
The
war?
Norwegians?
What
The
was-
Norwegians.
What was the name of the war? Not the fucking people that were competing in the war. We already know it was the North and the South.
That would be
It was the Norwegians.
That,
Within the
wait,
United
that would
States.
be that would be the. Hold on.
Hold on.
I want to just say I just want to say something and I want it to be right.
We want it to be right too.
We
well,
don't really. I don't.
The
I want it to be
Republican
wrong.
War.
It was the
No.
Civil War.
Civil War. I knew that.
I don't think you did.
They're civilians.
Oh, the Clone Wars.
That's a silly name for a war called a Civil War.
I know.
Handed out
Right,
dinnerware
Republican
before they
War.
fought. You know.
Stupid.
What is Roy G. Biv?
The rainbow
Oh,
words.
she remembered.
You know why? Because I watched that like 4 times and laughed my ass off.
Do you know what Roy G. Biv stands
Yeah,
for?
it's the. Oh God.
Bell Biv DeVoe.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
There you go. Good
Wow.
job. Good job.
That's the rainbow colors.
Okay.
Did you know
Guys,
this?
no. She's letting you know.
There'll be
that.
a quiz.
What is one of the 2 cities that the atomic bomb was dropped on? What's one of the 2 cities that the atomic bomb was dropped on?
Rome.
Rome.
Really?
No.
No.
Try again.
How about?
That's why the Coliseum's tipped kind of sideways now.
Can't build Rome
That's
in a
the,
day, but
that's
you
the
can blow
Pisa.
it.
Leaning
Yeah.
Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
Knocked it off its sag. It was like,
Oh.
no, it's not Rome. What is one of the two?
China.
You're close.
Japan.
You're closer.
Okay, Sandwich. No, not Sandwich.
Sandusky.
Don't nobody say anything.
Song. It's a Japanese word.
Okay.
Song Jung Ho.
That's amazing.
How would you just make shit up?
How do you even know that's a
That's what I
Japanese
just
word?
want to say it that way.
You're not even close.
No, what
Not
is
even
it?
close.
Song.
A city. A name of a city.
Yeah,
All right,
Japanese
Vietnam.
you
No, you had
you had
Japanese
Japan
city.
right.
Okay, I knew it was
There's two
Japan.
Which two cities did the atomic bomb?
Seoul.
That's in
That's in
Korea.
Korea, but
Oh,
Top ramen.
Hiroshima, and Nagasaki.
Nagasaki.
Jack Unger said
Now you
Hiroshima
got it.
and Hamtramck.
Amtram.
Dude. Wait, I didn't. Okay, I got Nagawaki.
That's in Wisconsin.
No, there's, what was the other one?
Nagasaki
Nagasaki.
and Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
As in, that's Nagasaki, that's Masaki.
That's why I'm taking it and running too. Bomb coming down.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Oh.
We actually did this question in one of your first episodes.
Merle
but-
Haggard.
But I gave you the name of the artist.
Rosa B. Parks.
America wrote that shit.
Rosa P. Park? E. Parks.
It's not her middle initial that you got to figure out. Trust
Oh.
me.
Where are we going with
All
this?
right.
It's not Rosa Parks.
I want to hear how you come
All right,
to the right
so
answer.
Betty White. Betty. Betty. Wasn't it Betty something?
Betty
Peggy?
Betty White's vagina.
It's not even a girl.
It was a guy?
It's a girl's
Jonathan.
name, though. It is a girl's name.
I know what you're going.
Yeah.
I know what
Jamie.
you're thinking.
No,
It's Francis,
an old girl's
Francis
name.
Scott Key
Francis Scott Key.
was the guy that wrote the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Evidently.
Well, Rosa E. Parks is a pretty.
She
good-
was, well, they were,
What
yeah.
who is Rosa Parks?
She was a stand-up person.
She actually was famous because she didn't stand up. You're right.
Exactly, on a bus.
Oh,
She's more like a
nice.
sit-down person.
I thought she made the flag, too.
No,
You're
that
thinking of Betsy Ross.
Yes, that's who she's thinking of.
That's what,
Betsy Ross.
that's what she's doing on the bus. She was making the
Betsy
flag.
Ross.
she was making a flag on the back of the bus.
in the back.
She was crocheting it.
Yes, exactly.
Cranking out one a day.
Alyssa
You
says
know what?
leave
It
Betty White out
is
of this.
stupid. I told you dumb. I told you it was dumb, the whole thing.
All right.
It's this year, Alyssa.
Or is it brilliant?
Oh, man. All right.
God.
Julius Caesar was emperor of what empire?
Romans.
Nice.
Romans.
Yeah. Or romaine.
Romaines.
The lettuce.
Romania.
You know the lettuce?
I pronounce it ramen.
Greek.
What did I? No, I didn't
Never
do
got
this.
the right
What are
answer.
the three
Stop.
dots at the end of a sentence called?
Dot, dot, dot. Etceteras.
Oh.
I told you it's called an ellipsis, but I told Al I would accept etc. because it is etc.
Etceteras,
Et cetera,
etceteras,
yeah.
etceteras.
But the real word for it is ellipsis.
Eh.
I wouldn't have given her a point for that.
I wouldn't have got that. I didn't.
You know what?
That's why I put it in there.
Face this way.
Can we turn him
All
down?
right. Last question. Are you ready?
Yep.
What book is one of the major characters' names Piggy?
She's never gonna get this.
Piggy. Like,
You said it wrong earlier. Yes.
What did I say?
Muffet babies?
You said,
Pig. Oh no.
and it's
Yeah.
yeah. You told me earlier because I was like,
Did I
what are you
say
talking
pinky?
about?
A book.
In which book?
You read
is-
it in high school.
Yeah, everyone read it in high school.
Piggy. Charlotte's Web.
Oh, good guess,
Actually,
but
I was
no.
going to give you a question about Charlotte's Web, but no.
Oh. Scout.
Wow, that's good that you remember that book, but that's what book was that? That's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird. No, the book is called. Do you know it, Emily?
Piggy. Babe.
Anybody know it?
Free Willy.
Deliverance.
Isn't that a pig? No, that's a whale. That's a whale.
It's
That was a whale.
aqua pig.
That was a whale.
Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is the. So.
Yeah, you told me Lord of the Rings earlier, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
I said Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and I was like, are you sure? And you were like, yeah, it was like the main character is fatty and glasses. I'm like, Lord of the Rings.
Piggy.
Help me, Piggy. Paul Smith said
really
Charlotte's
good.
Web is Wilbur, by the way.
Wilbur, but the pig. It's
So
Wilbur and
did I
Charlotte.
do good?
You did. You got about. You got
No.
14 out of 28 or 29. So you got
Almost halfway.
Almost.
Almost.
14 to
Like
29.
one away, like a half away.
You're like C- right now.
Yeah. You're like 49%. That's a
Mediocre.
great test grade.
All right. Thank you, Dawn, for being such a good sport.
All right, say goodbye to your fans, Dawn.
Bye, fan.
Thank you, Larkyn, for staying around and hanging out.
Well, there you have it.
Dumb shit with Dawn, everybody. It's our favorite segment.
Right.
That was very entertaining.
Silly. It's silly. Stupid.
Okay. All right, Dawn, you want to get up? You want to run around to the other side real quick? All right.
Good luck.
See you.
Kick
Yeah,
some
good luck.
ass.
All right.
Good meeting you.
Good meeting you, Chris. All right, so each and every week we do a segment. Well, not every week. We do a segment called Big and Bigger News and Headlines.
Oh, yes.
Each week we try and bring as many just egregious headlines as we can to our Facebook page, the Big and Bigger page. And this last couple weeks I've been wanting to talk about some of these because there's been some really, really good ones. So we're going to start off. Hold on. Let me. The page is loading up right now. All right. Are you guys ready?
Of course.
Let's go with this one here. This one is a real headline. Did you guys see that the other day they made a big deal about them putting the trucks on top of Comerica Park?
I just saw that today.
One of the trucks was a truck that was made in Mexico.
Yeah, but it's just a Chevy.
So they were like,
it's
yeah,
a big
this you
deal.
can't have a truck that's made in the Motor City on top of the Comerica Park. So
Well,
they
you can
kept it.
have a truck
You
made in
can,
Motor City.
but they're not.
No, you.
What?
Yep.
You can't have a truck that was made in Mexico on top.
Well, you
of
said Motor City.
You know what I
I
mean.
know what I know what you meant.
The other, this one right here is fucking phenomenal.
Oh my
We're
God.
gonna put this.
He'd move.
Wow.
You got to throw that up on the
Yeah,
screen.
I am. This is from Bro Bible.
This guy.
Bro Bible.
Look at this guy's head.
Got a big thinker.
He looks like he's a fucking like arch villain in some crazy
Country.
From Mars
Yeah.
Attacks.
Right.
Yeah, Mega Mind.
All right. So some of the so we
Long
put,
head guy.
yeah, long head guy mugshot here to take. 'Cause remember the big neck guy?
Yes.
That was so. Some of the comments we got on our when we posted this, if I can even pull them up here.
Man, somebody needs to show Photoshop. His
Yeah,
long
it ain't
head.
working.
His
All right.
long head on big neck.
Dude
Oh
had-
yeah, that would be good.
Dude had a 5-head.
He's
Yeah,
like a
someone said
7-head.
Megamind. That was hilarious. Then we got, let's see here. We got couple arrested for having sex on Skystar wheel. So they had a big giant Ferris wheel, and I guess they arrested this couple for having sex.
12
in
cool
front of
points.
her.
Dude, at some point it's worth it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You get-
At some point it's worth
you
it.
get-
How many
gotta-
people can say
I'm going to
they
give him
like
12
those
cool
things?
points for
Stuck
that.
up there for a while.
All right, this one here kind of blew my mind here. We're in the age where transgender and
I just
all
want to
that
go back
stuff
to the
are-
Ferris wheel thing. The only reason they got caught is because the dude was a shooter.
They're stupid.
And what's below you when you're at the top of the Ferris wheel?
So dumb.
All the other cars. So when you think a bird just shit on you and you look up and you see
I hear you.
some,
Not
bare
bird
asses, you
Well,
realize
He's
that's not
sprinkling.
bird shit. That's
Well, that's just
jizz.
irresponsible and
That's
rude.
jizz,
That's
you know.
stupid. You know what? They
It's a
were
waste.
not smart.
Yeah.
That's the first
They
facial
could
that
have
person
played that
took.
way different. Just
Yeah.
saying.
I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna have to
have
pull
done it
these
like
up on
that.
my phone
I've done
'cause
that
it's taking too
before,
long.
and it's easy.
You've done that before?
Yeah.
On a Ferris
And
wheel?
never got caught.
Sex
You
in a
never
Ferris
got
wheel?
caught?
Dude,
There's not a lot of room.
stupid. I know.
You're not even supposed to rock them.
I could see like
Oh, it was a rocket.
We got to
Oh.
go to
See,
one
I
that
could
breaks
see
You
it's
down.
never
like a-
rocked
You're
a
not supposed to.
I could
cart?
see getting like a Hummer or something, but
Yeah, having sex on a Ferris wheel is not a safe. I mean, you're not really secured into that car. It's
All right.
just a bar that closes, and you're.
That's
all
what
you
makes
gotta-
it
gotta-
so
hey, all you
similar.
got to do is a cyclone. Just sit right there and just cyclone out.
Describe this cyclone move that you're talking about.
Cyclone like
Yeah.
circle-ish.
So are you reverse cowgirl or a regular cowgirl?
Either.
Either. And then you just Like
roll in a circle.
Like stirring the batter.
Does it not sound right?
I mean, I don't know. It's.
I don't know either. You
Well,
tell.
you've done it. I'm asking you.
That's what I did.
That's what you did.
Okay.
Was there an ending to this thing, or was just like, hey, we'll just do it to do it? But did he finale? Like, was there fireworks?
Ask the people down below.
Did it shoot all over?
Right. It was a bird.
It was hay.
Bird shit. Bird shit.
Bird
I'm lost there.
Yes. All right.
So
Excellent.
everyone, we're in the
This was
age where-
Thursday, you said?
No, you know what? You just made me stop my conversation.
shit
Just
everywhere.
saying.
There's a lot of people.
A flock of
whole
crows just
A flock of seagulls.
It's a gaggle.
transgender, yeah,
a
gaggle.
gaggle of
The
crows.
gaggle
transgender
of
thing,
crows.
guys dressing as women and all kinds of stuff. But they're making lingerie
6 miles
especially made for men.
Dude.
Hey, I
If it
seen
weren't
a-
for the tattoo, I'd be like, what grade is this chick in?
U.S.
Hey, I
Marine
seen a
Corps
guy
or
on
something on that.
I seen a guy on 6 Mile and DeQuinder with that on.
That's not my
Sexy.
style.
Was he willing to blow you for a
Look at
Sexy
him all.
$50
guy.
VCR?
Look at
It's the same guy. Hey, Alan,
that
yeah.
one's.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Actually, we had a guy butt naked on Door Highway in Flint the other day.
Oh, gee, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ginger.
my gosh.
Those gingers,
Ginger
man.
egg guy.
Soulless.
Training bras for men.
They want
Yep,
something a
exactly.
little bit sexier.
All right,
underneath their
this one here.
Yeah, I know.
Ferdinand
too
man believed he
fashionable.
was half man, half dog when he fatally attacked couple.
Who's his parents?
Fatally.
Of course it would.
This
start
was
Yeah.
right
with
after trying to
Ferdinand.
lick his own balls.
He bit one of their faces off.
That looks like maybe a pit bull mixed with
No.
Pitbull and
That
maybe
ain't
a
no
Yorkie.
pitbull.
A Yorkie.
Pitbull and a Yorkie.
Definitely more a Yorkie than a
Yeah,
Yorkie.
well,
Yorkie.
He looks like a miniature pincher.
A min pin? All right.
A min pin.
Why?
Dude, he was eating one of their faces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He
was
bit
eating
it
one of their
off.
faces.
You know,
He
he looks
bit it
like he's
off.
been dead for a few years.
Mean
So-
little mean
He
min
killed the
pins.
It says
guy.
he believed he was half man, half dog. But what
killed
they
the guy.
don't say is he believed it was the lower half that was dog. But he was still eating their faces.
Lower.
So that dog was what? Piece of shit zoo?
Yeah, it was definitely a mutt.
Yeah.
All right.
Got him at the pound.
This one here is one of the greatest headlines ever. I don't even want to pull up the story. It says Texas butthole
I
tickling
know.
rabbit
Whoa, whoa,
has
whoa.
finally been caught.
Did you guys see this?
This is the
Man
butthole.
arrested
Did
for
you say
breaking
Texas
into
butthole?
homes and tickling buttholes. That's what it says.
Butthole
What did he do with his
tickler
fingertip
again.
afterwards?
All right,
You
like-
got to be really
smell
committed
that
to
motherfucker?
tickling buttholes to break into people's houses to do
all right,
it.
this is one of the
I mean, you
greatest.
got to start by tickling the butthole, just for the record.
Yeah.
You got to start that way. You can't just dive into the butthole. you got
Well,
to
if
tickle
you
it. a
got a
little bit.
tickler, you have to smell it.
You do have to smell it. You
Oh,
got to
yeah.
give it the smell.
gotta know what
test.
you're
well,
working
that's
with.
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
first step right there.
He might tickle it and wash it,
Yeah, you got to know what
then
you're
do
working
what
with.
he's got to do. You know, you can't just jump in, no tickle.
You can't?
No, are you kidding me? You ever accidentally leave the hole and go into the upper hole?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to.
Yeah.
There's no
Dude,
flap
without
protecting.
without tickling it first?
There's
Yeah,
no
that does
flap.
not go well.
All right, this one here.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
understand what's
read
There's
this
not a
tonight.
protected flap back there.
Exactly.
Florida man reportedly attacked mother for refusing to dress his mannequin.
Bitch, I told you to dress my mannequin.
All right,
Why do
now,
all of these start
read
with
it,
gotta be
read
quicker
that,
than
read
that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so anyways,
It's
the
that
dude
Florida
was
man
shooting
again.
the dude is like a DJ. He creates his own music or whatever. And was shooting a music video, and the mannequin was like the star of the music video. The mom was like, "You're 45. Get the fuck out of my basement. I'm not dressing your mannequin." And
Say
he was
that
like,
shit
"I'm
again.
gonna be famous. I'm gonna be famous."
Say it again, Mom.
The mom was like, "Get the fuck out. You're 45 years old. You're living in my basement." You know.
That's horrible.
And so he beat her. I think that's what he did.
Stuffed
Yeah.
dumplings in her
with a-
mouth.
She
A
had to
stool.
go to the neighbor. She had to
And
go to
then-
the neighbor. Like,
and then
my
stuffed
son's
dumplings
beating
in
my
the
mom
ass.
was like, "This
hit her
is
several
not even-"
times with a wooden stool and stuffed dumplings in her mouth until she escaped and good for the neighbor. She made
Yeah.
sure the
Probably
You
said it
eat
twice.
these fucking
Stool, a bunch
dumplings.
of dumplings.
Right.
Food flying out of your mouth.
She was like, "You need to get in the house and eat your dinner." And he was like, "I don't want your damn dumplings. You need to dress Mandy. You need to dress Mandy the mannequin."
He beat her with a bar stool and then said, "You know what? And by the way, fuck your dumplings."
Your dumplings are undercooked. They taste doughy.
Jesus.
I never liked your dumpling.
So come to find out, she was like, "It's not even a mannequin anyways. It's a goddamn blow-up
I
doll."
hope the cops whooped his ass when they caught him, though, actually.
Oh, exactly. You don't
Get
touch
the
your
shit
mom,
out.
dude. You don't ever touch your mom.
You throw parties in her backyard.
Throw parties at her house.
Yeah,
though.
look at Randy has.
Yeah.
Randy loves his
Invite
mom
her.
so much he has all kinds of events in her backyard.
All right.
She
Oh
dresses
yeah.
as mannequins.
Have you guys ever heard? This is a real thing. Have you guys ever heard of the Russian slapping contest?
Yes.
Well, these guys they stand
They're
across from each other like
unconscious.
over the top style and just smack the shit out of each
I
other.
would fuck you up.
Yeah. So
Whoever falls
Russian
first
slapping
loses.
competition has men compete until one passes out.
Yes.
Oh, they bitch slap the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the greatest videos ever too
Yes,
to watch.
they are.
It's like I will fuck you. Yeah, you fuck me up. No, I will.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree with you on that one.
All right. Oh, dude, this one here was fucking beautiful too. Man arrested for having sex with mini pony. Tells police it was okay because he used a condom.
Sure.
The horse.
Always the pony.
The pony or him?
Yeah, the pony had a condom on.
If it was a pony,
He was banging. He was banging the pony right in the shat hole.
And this guy's from
The pony
Florida,
was
too.
of age.
I'll let you figure that one out.
21-year-old
Pony
Florida
consented?
resident was arrested for having sex with a mini horse, but he told police that he used a condom when he did it, which means nothing. He still is very much under arrest and sexually assaulting an animal. He was having sex with a mini horse 4 times in 1 week. He said he used a condom while doing it so he wouldn't catch any diseases.
Something
from
brought
the
Ever
him
have
back.
horse crabs, dude? It's the worst
Oh
thing ever.
my god!
Hey,
Like a
something-
big horse?
4 times.
Horseshoe
Was a mini
crabs.
horse.
Oh, mini
After the
horse.
first one, something
Horse
brought him
crabs.
back.
You can't shave those crabs away, dude. That's
It must have been all right.
Horse
Yeah.
came to the door every morning.
It'd be like a fucking duck-sized horse.
I could see one time, but 4 times, yeah, it must have been all right.
Yeah, all right. Geez.
his hairpiece.
Couldn't have been too
Yeah,
unhappy.
hairpiece.
So, first off, I didn't know that they televised snooker.
Oh, dude, you ever been up at 4 a.m. and watch ESPN?
No.
There's all kinds of shit you never knew they televised.
If you wiffle ball.
I tell you what, you play snooker, you can go back to 8-ball and run the table.
Right, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
snooker is
Yeah.
like
Small
Bank
balls,
shots,
small
bank
pockets.
shots with no
yep.
pockets, right? Oh, no, snooker's the little holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
billiards is the 3-cushion billiards is the one with
Yeah,
no
yeah,
pockets.
yeah. Different colored ones are assigned.
I
different
didn't
point
know there
numbers.
was
You
a
got to go through an
difference.
order, and you
So-
got a bank shot.
Yeah.
So we used to
Bank
hang out
shots.
at Snooker's
Yeah.
Pool and Pub all the time.
Right.
And there's a table in there with no fucking pockets. And I'm like, what the fuck is the point? of
We'd
this
all
shit?
just walk by it and kind of turn our nose up.
Right.
Like,
But it's called 3-cushion billiards. And they say making like 3 or 4 shots in a row on that is like making 50 shots in a row in straight pool. But snooker is the one where it's like a fucking 15-foot
yeah, but small balls and
little
small
tiny-
pockets.
Right, yeah, you got to have a little bit of strategy, and you learn bank shots real quick.
Right.
Yeah, and
if
there's
you
an
can
order you got to
survive,
do them
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I had no
I love
idea
it.
what
I
snooker
like-
was.
I like
thought
playing.
she was on Jersey Shore.
Snooker.
I thought it was the same thing.
So Jack Hunger's confused. He just called me. And he says he's also drunk. He just called me wanting to know how to tune into the thing. I said,
Jack
well,
Hunger!
You can go to Cave Radio, or you can go to Cave Radio's Facebook page and listen.
Or you can
He's
download
like, well, I
that
was
free
watching,
app.
I was watching it on Al's phone, and then it just disappeared.
It was over.
Yeah, it was Al's phone. Go to
Yeah.
Cave Radio, Jack Hunger. And he's not listening right now.
Go to your app store and download the free Cave Radio app.
We're tired of your Hunger Games. Figure it out.
Jack Hunger. Jack Hunger is a saint among men. He not only does he manage the Gasoline Gypsies, he's also a private eye.
yeah,
Because
man.
with that name, you know he's a private eye.
Jack Hunger.
And every time I see him, he's got 4 more inches of beard growth. And I'm talking from like Thursday to Saturday. So he's also a marketer of the world's greatest beard elixir.
Oh.
Because that shit just does not stop growing.
Have you guys heard the Gasoline Gypsies, by the way?
Yeah, I met them in Flint on another radio show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are amazing.
Yeah,
Good
I
group of
talked
guys.
to Jack Hunger too.
All right,
Jack
so
Hunger.
Evidently this snooker match was disrupted because someone in the audience ripped a huge fart. And like I guess the guy was like shooting and was like,
Did he
"Fuck."
like rip the tarp
Right.
or whatever they call
Well,
it?
I guess it happened more than one time, and by the second time, the guy was like up in the stands, like Ron Artest yelling at the guy, fucking snooker.
Was he really farting, or did he have his hand in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
armpit? And was
Whoopee
like,
cushion.
That would have been funnier.
Going to find out it was
He's
his
just sitting there
opponent's
going,
brother. Yeah, exactly.
Something like
Woman charged for distributing marijuana cookies at Wisconsin's St. Patrick's Day parade.
It was
Well,
best
should have been
parade
Michigan.
Bad. Look
Best
how,
parade ever.
Look how happy she looks. Too,
She
by the
should
way,
have been
guys.
in Michigan.
Right? She's like,
Everybody's
I-
Irish on St. Patrick's
that.
Day.
She's got a good portrait taken in a long
Have a
time.
brownie.
Dude, that
Should have
was
been a
for
Wolverine.
the record. That was the longest. Like the duration of that parade was the longest in history. It took them
And also
3
the
hours to
slowest.
walk 2 city blocks.
was a really
because
slow
of those
parade.
cookies.
It was more of a meander.
They were already drunk before they got to the cookies.
Mom runs over drunk son who wouldn't get off the driveway.
Dude, I swear to God, I'll run you over. I swear to
Yeah.
God, I'll run
What was
you
that
over.
over? I mean, just
He was probably warned.
That's just your legs. You ain't dead.
Yeah, you ain't dead, motherfucker.
You're
probably
not doing
deserves
anything
it.
anyway.
Oh, I didn't.
You're 45 years old. Move out of my goddamn basement.
I want
Dress my
to
mannequin.
listen to this, but we can't listen to it and have the people listen to it. Yeah, do it next time.
Woman dies.
NYPD chief calls to ban repeat masturbators from New York City subway.
Okay,
What-
first of all,
what
let me
about just one
say
time?
this. There is no such
Wow.
thing as a
about
non-repeat
first-time
masturbator.
First-time masturbators, do they get a free pass?
Yeah, but what if
There-
it was just one time? though?
Every
It's like, is that
masturbator
cool?
becomes a repeat masturbator. Once you do it once, you are officially a
easy.
repeat
Sure.
masturbator.
It's
But
easy.
in the subway, though, I mean, can you just do it one time?
Well, if you got away with
'Cause
it
you're
once,
not-
then you're going to
Because
do
you're
it
not a
again.
repeat masturbator if you only do it once.
Listen,
Just
I
one
did it
time.
at my parents' house when I was like 7 and realized I
7?
got
Oh, you're
away
an
with
early
it.
performer.
Oh, dude, I started at 5.
You started jerking off
Wow.
at 5?
I was in the tub and I was all lathered. My mom walked in. She's like, "It's clean already." Like there was no soap on me except for my crotch. It was like all lathered up. Like
I missed the
remember
spot.
she was like, "It's clean already." Yeah, I'll never forget that. And I was like, "Okay, it's clean. I'll rinse it off."
No, I missed a spot.
And then ever since then, I can't keep my hands off myself.
Video games are now a legitimate high school
Dude,
varsity
that's fucking
sport.
crazy.
Stupid.
That's a true
I get it.
headline.
I get it.
Do you realize how big of a letterman I would be in high school if that
Yeah,
was
would you
like,
have lettered in Guitar Hero?
that and Call of Duty? I lost hours, dude, years
Oh my God.
by Call of Duty.
Can you imagine that though?
You start playing, next thing you know, it's like 3 a.m. You're like, I get up in 2 hours, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't get VA benefits after a few years.
No, you don't. That's the truth. That is
Yeah.
the truth.
Ooh, yeah.
Carpal
Sorry
tunnel.
about this. Woman arrested after cutting off Tinder date's testicles. Look at this chick though.
And
Pay for
using
my
them
meal
for
or I'm
what?
gonna
Why
cut
would you
your
even
balls
go on
off.
a Tinder date with someone that looked like this lady?
And then using them
I
for
think she
fishing
took
tackle?
Tinder date the wrong way.
She's
Yeah, hold on.
invisible.
I think she's doing it wrong.
She doesn't exist.
She
Why
took
is
that the
it-
wrong way.
You definitely don't get a repeat Tinder date after cutting off your date's testicles.
All right. We might be done with big and bigger news and headlines. This ain't coming up. All right. Anyway. Willie,
Ever
can you
have
swing-
anybody cut off your testicles?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, here
I'm
we
just
go.
going to show it to you guys.
And
Oh
u-
my goodness,
And using them for fishing bait.
Meth head.
dude!
Yeah, she got a bunch of balls in the back looking at her.
I know, she's got a bag of
She
balls.
got a bag of balls.
It's my sack of balls. Been on many
Using them
dates.
for what,
About
Pete?
this many.
She,
You know,
she,
Waltz ballers.
what?
I didn't read the last words.
She cut off a man's Tinder date's balls and used them for fishing bait.
What's that?
Oh my
woman?
God, dude!
Did
you know how
she
big a-
catch anything?
I don't know, I
Yeah,
didn't-
carp.
A
Did she
sheep's
try-
head?
She must not know about worms and
All
stuff.
right, and then the last one. Detroit man shoots himself in the foot after attempting to kill a cockroach.
Jesus Christ.
That's probably a true story.
I
that
understand it.
seems
I
stupid
understand
enough
the
to
way
be
he
true.
feels.
All right, you got to be. How drunk are you to be
I've shot at a
shooting
couple
at a
in
fucking
my day.
cockroach?
The cockroach was shooting back, maybe. You know,
You got look. You know how cockroaches roll? They don't roll
they don't, man.
solo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, they don't roll; they run.
Yeah, fast. Turn the lights on.
All right, Willie, can you move that mic
Go on.
over to our next guest, who has so graciously decided to join
Welcome.
us?
welcome.
What's going on?
We got Cool Beans.
Sorry for my
in the
lateness.
house. No, you're good, man. How's it going, bro?
Coming down from last night, man.
So, Cool Beans, aka Dean Beans,
Yeah,
on Facebook.
Dean Beans now.
Dean Beans now.
Yeah.
All right.
Legally.
So Dean Beans is an amazing artist in his own right, but he helped out our friend and his friend Stephanie Christian put
Yeah.
out one of the baddest albums I've heard in a long, long time.
The
Man.
reviews are crazy, man. Like the feedback we're getting back is.
If you guys haven't heard Stephanie Christian, make sure you go and Google her tonight, because she is one of the most amazing artists in Detroit.
biggest voice
Yeah.
you're ever gonna hear. in
Dude,
life.
and the I told you this after Arts
Sorry, at
Beats
Arts
and
Beats
Eats,
and Eats.
right? So Arts Beats and Eats, and I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the breakup song, the song about the dude leaving or whatever. And she starts tearing up on stage.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm in the
yeah.
I'm in the crowd. I'm tearing up.
She says she
Like,
cries during the song every time. she
yeah,
performs.
exactly.
Where'd you go?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like I'm so connected with her.
Yeah.
I'm starting to tear up in the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
you know, as an artist, when you get when you get the audience to feel your emotion like that, dude, that's huge. Like that whole set was amazing.
Yeah, and see that's her old stuff.
Yeah.
So imagine, oh my God, the new stuff is crazy.
I remember the first time I interviewed you, and I told you Doug went back to the annals of Cave Radio and got the interview that I performed with you in the basement.
Yeah.
Over at my house.
Right.
You got out of the basement
6 years ago. Yeah, he made it out.
There's still some people down there.
There's some people.
Yeah.
But,
I made it out.
I remember you talking, and you were doing a show the very next Friday with Stephanie Christian at the New Way Bar.
Yeah.
Your band, Awesome Sauce, Cool Beans and Awesome Sauce, opened up for Steph. It's a great name, isn't it? It's one of the greatest names I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, that's not the band name no more.
I know.
Everything changed.
That's fine. Everything changes. But I remember back then you just raving about this girl who I had never saw before.
Yeah.
I had interviewed Nadir prior to that. And Nadir told me, he goes, man, listen. He goes, you take Tina Turner.
Yeah.
You take
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain and all that stuff. You take a carton of Marlboro Reds and a fifth of Jack Daniels. You throw it in the blender.
And put some greens
and
yams in there.
And you come
I want
out-
to eat it.
You come out with Stephanie Christian, and
Yeah.
she puts so much energy into everything she does, and I can't imagine a better person to have her be with than you as a producer.
Man, here's the funny thing. Like, for all these years, I really couldn't tell the story because I knew I was going to use the story as a part of the marketing.
Right.
So now I can finally say it. In the year 2000.
I was going to ask you about this. You made me cry.
Oh, you read that?
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, you read it.
Yeah.
The year 2000, I was just producing hip-hop, and then I made a mistake, and I found a patch on the keyboard that was a guitar. I'm already like a Blind Melon, Nirvana, Soundgarden fan. I love 90s alternative rock, but I never thought I could ever make it, So I messed with this patch, and I made some rock music, but of course it wasn't really rock music because it was fake guitars. But I was like, man, oh wow, the next big thing would be a black chick doing rock music. This is 2000, so every single artist that I dealt with that was a female that could sing, I tried to make them do rock. Every last one of them. That shit was.
Yeah.
But is this girl? Does she have dreads?
No.
Light-skinned?
No.
Okay.
You're talking about Maini, probably.
Yeah.
He's probably talking about Maini.
They're cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Yep.
Yeah. So, artist after artist. I'm talking. I got rock songs on Monica Blair.
Oh, really?
I got rock songs on Nico Red. I got rock songs on El Renee, of all people. She definitely doesn't do rock, but I convinced everybody to try it, and I kept making bad music. And it wasn't that the music was per se bad or the artist was bad. It just didn't mesh,
Right.
With the exception of Blair. Blair did great rock music, but then one day I was at the MoCad. I think what's that event called?
What's the MoCad? I don't even know what that
The
is.
MoCad? You know what the MoCad is?
Uh-uh.
The big art gallery on Woodward that says everything's gonna be all right
Oh, yeah,
on the
okay,
side of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's an art gallery.
Okay.
So they have events there, and it was the Allied Media Conference, and there was a performance going on, and Jessica Caremore was performing.
Yeah, she's a rock star too.
Right. So I'm on a date, not paying any attention, and I hear the rock guitars, and it gets me every time. So I'm like, oh shit, it's rock, and I'm just listening, and then out of nowhere, this voice just
grabs you.
She just belted a big ass note, and I was like, who the fuck is that?
Right.
And I looked up, and it was her. And she rocked the shit out of that crowd. And I was like, I got to meet her. Who is this woman? I've been looking for you since 2000. This was 6 years ago, maybe?
You said 2008 is what you said.
It's 2008. So, yeah,
So
it
11
was
years
that
ago,
long
yeah.
ago, yeah. And it took me a while for us to actually do a song, but it was Breathe.
Breathe, which is my favorite song by you, hands down. 100%.
A lot of people get, but see, I think it's not because of me. I think it's because of her.
I'd agree. I would second that.
Yeah.
Your flows are amazing in that, and the beat is amazing.
But when she
But
come
when she
in,
hits, dude, I'll play that song for you guys when we go to break.
yeah, that video has the most views. People like that song took me from here to Germany, all over the place, because that was a song I sent them as something to see what I did, and they was like, yes, and it took us a long time. I didn't know how to mix rock music. I didn't know how to do much. I just kept trying it and learning. And all of those songs I did with all them other people from 2000 to 2019 is what you hear on Stephanie's album, but perfected, because I had it played over and over again. Then I learned how to play myself to play it. So this album was so huge, and to see the amount of response we got. She's also the first artist that did everything that I suggested.
Right.
She was like, all right, okay. She didn't fight me on nothing. So you see we had, am I talking too much?
No, you're
No,
good.
no.
That's your job.
You see we had like 30 days of promotion. We never posted the same thing. For 30 days, it was a different video, a different graphic, different everything for 30 days. And before we had even the release date hit, it was already a bunch of pre-sales. Then when we had the release date, we did a meet and greet at Third Wave Music.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people came down. And we was worried about the release party because it was only like 48 tickets sold.
Which was last night, right?
Yeah, it was last night. I was like, she hit me up. I can show you the text. She said, man, we only sold 48 tickets. I'm like, I got a feeling they just going to come.
Right.
And so we're all upstairs. Oh, big shout out to Otis Supply,
Otis
too.
Supply is awesome. Yeah.
So we're upstairs, waiting for showtime. We just kicking it, shooting the shit. But when we went upstairs, there was nobody in the building. So I'm opening up for her. And I come downstairs, and when I walk in, I said, holy shit, the whole club is packed full of people. It was just like the greatest experience. And I got a song called Dreams Off for Sleepers. And it's pretty much saying that you got to take action for what you really want. You just can't keep dreaming, because if you keep dreaming, you sleep. You can't do shit. And I always do this speech at the end of the song. I vamp it, and I'm encouraging people like, dude, I'm 43. I got grandkids. And I sought this night out since 2000.
19 years ago.
Exactly. I was in my 20s. So don't let nobody tell you that you're too old to do what the fuck you want to do. You keep going at it until you can do it. If I would have died and never did it, I would have died trying to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like this big emotional ass night. And so I'm still coming down off of this shit. Because like, damn, what I do now? I did.
Well, you've worked with a lot of Pierre Anthony.
Yeah.
Is one of your, guys that you produced. And,
Yep.
you got your own band.
Yeah.
Which is now, it's Dean Beans and what?
The Faculty.
The Faculty.
Yeah.
From Bling University.
Bling University is just a clothing line.
Yeah,
now.
no, I'm fucking with you. But, so
everything changed.
So, let me just kind of bring it back a little bit, because the first time I interviewed you was in the basement. I was sitting with my girlfriend at the time, my co-host, Hot and Easy. Now it's big and bigger.
Yeah, now I'm his girlfriend.
Now he's my girlfriend. Second longest
Not
relationship
really.
I've ever
Not
been
really.
in. But so
It's not
you
funny,
started
though.
off as a teenage father.
Yeah.
You went into the service. You were in the Army, I believe, right?
Yep.
The Army. You went to jail.
While I was in the Army, yeah.
You went to jail. You were homeless in the streets of Texas.
Yeah.
Panhandling, doing all kinds of crazy shit.
All kind of dumb shit, yeah.
Fast forward 20 plus years now.
In Taiwan.
Yeah. You
stage.
traveled the world.
Yeah.
Doing all this shit. And now you're producing like crazy. And you got one of the hottest albums out right now.
Thanks.
In that 20 plus years, I know your life's changed a lot, but what's been the highlight of that 20 years?
It's probably about to sound stupid, but getting pulled over by the police and not being worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, if you can imagine.
Was that recently? Because I know the way shit is now. It's a little crazy out there.
Well, as far as that shit, I'm not worried about that because I legally carry now. So, I mean, you know, I'm gonna protect myself at all costs if I ever have to. Lord, don't ever let me have to. But yeah, I would have to say, going from being somebody who pretty much had no rights to now having every right and privilege that everybody else has now. Of course, we got just you know how society is, but as far as on the books is concerned, everything that was bad is now fixed.
Okay.
Like, I wanted another dream of mine. I wanted to walk up in the car lot and say, "Give me a fucking car."
Right.
I did it.
Right.
And they just gave me the fucking car and I left. You know, of course, the paperwork and whatnot, but
And I didn't have to pull a car.
yeah, it's like I took my car to the car lot because something was wrong with it. And they say, "Oh, man, it's going to cost $2,600. I said, "What? Man, give me another fucking car." Right. And they was like, "Okay." And they ran the credit and just gave me a car, drove off with a new car. Nice. So, and I just bought a house. I got my CCW. I have 0 warrants. I actually, out of all of the shit I did, I miraculously don't have a felony at all. So, you know, that's my highlight. Okay. The music is great, but for me to be able to go from being the most ignorant, thugged out, crazy, wild motherfucker to being somebody that people say and inspire them to keep going for what they go for, that's the highlight because that's what I really wanted.
Two of my favorite quotes or your mantras or whatever was "I'm a nerd and proud, but will swing on your ass."
Yeah.
And the other one is "I effing rock the pants off." Was it off the freaking chicks or something like that? I can't remember. Is that the end of your?
Wait, what?
You talking about the first album? These are slogans from American Me.
Right. And I can't remember it offhand, but I remembered it from that interview.
I rock panties off, something like that.
I rock the panties off of whatever.
Yeah.
But and the other thing I like is you're the anti-normal activist, is what you used to call yourself.
Yeah. Wow, you remember all this shit.
I got books like this all over my basement.
Holy shit.
Of the interviews I've conducted. So
yeah, as much bad shit as I've done, I've always been a nerd. And, you know, when I was in elementary school, I got bullied. And this guy, he was like, "I'll beat your ass after school." I was like, "Fuck, I'm scared as shit." As soon as the bell ring, remember you used to have to line up before the bell ring? So I said, as soon as the bell ring, I'm taking off. I'm just going to run. But the kid was like in the 6th grade, but he should have been in the 8th grade. So that means he's stronger, he's bigger, he's faster. Yeah. The bell rung, I took off. Pew! I'm gone. He hawked my ass down, pushed me down. I slid on the ground, scuffed myself up. And as I was walking home after getting my ass beat, I was like, you know, it's really strange. It's fucked up that you can run and try to avoid it and you still get your ass whooped. Right. Next time I get my ass whooped, it's going to be because I swung on the motherfucker. Right. So the next time somebody tried to bully me, it was really like some bullies bullied another guy into trying to bully me. I know that sounds weird. But they was like, if you don't slap him, we going to beat your ass. Right. So he looked at them, he looked at me, and he slapped the shit out of me. And I was like, I'm fucking you up after school. Right. I was scared as hell. At that point, I had never punched anybody. I was in like the 7th grade now. Right. We walked out together after school. We put our books down. You remember back in the day, you used to push our shoulders together. Yeah. What you gonna do? And some just said, swing. And I, bow! And he just fell and went to sleep. They created a monster after that. I was like, from now on, if anybody tries to bully me, I'm going to bully them. Right. And that's where the whole I'm a nerd, but I knock your ass out shit came from, because at that point, the second somebody did something where I could tell that they're just trying to take advantage of me, I get pit bull on them. Right. And that's just been my attitude. Like, just because you're a nerd and you smart don't mean you got to be a timid little bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that, yeah, that's where that came from.
Okay. All right, cool. Now, where can we find the Stephanie Christian's album, streaming, all that stuff? Where can we find it?
All digital media has her album. But if you want everything, come to my site and get it. Okay. So the deluxe version of the album is on everymusic.com. That's EVRY music.com. It has more songs. It's a symphony version of Down. On the deluxe version, we actually had live strings in my bedroom recording them until we got it right. It's an extra song on there, and it's real liner notes.
Yeah.
So not just written by, produced by everybody who did everything. It's a large PDF.
She's got a great band too. Chris Spooner
and Nadir and yeah.
It's just they're those guys are the salt of the earth kind of people too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great
Lauren
guys.
and Steve too, yeah.
Steve's one of the best guitar players out there.
Dude.
Just solid as nails. Man.
Unsung, man. Like I said, man, you're the best. I'm so glad you're in the band.
Yeah.
He's crazy, and he's so like laid back and to the back. You don't say nothing. Then he get on stage and just get busy.
What's next for Dean Beans? Who you producing next? Pierre got anything coming out? Who you got in the studio?
Well, Pierre's album is out already. Idea's album is out. Stephanie's album just came out. I have a big band jazz singer named Zania Alakay.
Okay.
Her voice is crazy. It's uncanny. And then I have a female rapper named DeLorean. And I just picked up a young lady from Denver named Paige. She does like acoustic pop music, and Young Soldier. It's a young guy named Young Soldier. I haven't dabbled in today's music because I don't like doing normal shit. Yeah. It had to be somebody that was different. So he does what they do, but he talks about something, and he can sing, he can rap, he can produce. He has his own little vibe to him.
Okay.
But other than that, my album's next.
Okay.
It's a triple album.
Damn, we got another triple album coming out next week.
Yes, it's a triple album. I actually have enough songs for 6.
Wow.
Like I've been working on it for 6 years.
Well, you haven't had a release in a while.
Since 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was when you were on my show.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but the album isn't the product. The product is a book. And for all of these songs, the book is full of the story that goes along with the song, why I wrote it, or what happened in the studio, every single song. So it's all about the art of it, because that's what I think is missing from all of this shit. Everybody's just looking at numbers now. What's your YouTube numbers? What's your SoundCloud numbers? Numbers. And they're making bullshit ass music. They forgot about the art part. That's what made everybody love this shit. That's what made music last for so long. Like, I don't think 20 years from now we're going to be listening to Lil Uzi Vert. Because these guys don't make that kind of music that sticks with you,
Right.
So
Sustains the test of time.
So I worked on music that I felt was going to stick. Right. And I wanted to make a piece of art that you could take with you, because CDs ain't shit no more. And can you even autograph a digital copy? Like, no, you can't, So I made this book so you can have something to take home that you can actually use, read about it, keep it, have it, maybe be worth something one day. I don't know. And yeah, that's what's coming next.
Is it gonna be sold as like a combo? Like you get physical copy and a physical copy of the book? Or?
So this is how it works. You buy the book, you get a download of all 3 of the albums. If you don't buy the book, then you got to wait every month for an album to come out.
All right.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while.
All right, we're going to take a real quick break. We're going to hear my favorite song by, back then, Cool Beans.
Right.
And Stephanie Christian. This is the song that kind of, I heard it and was like, damn, you guys, because you played it for us on my show.
Yeah.
So many years back. So when we come back, real quick though, Saneless. Where can we find you guys? Social media? Where can we find your music?
Save for Less, Facebook. We're on Apple iTunes, Amazon, Google Music. You name it, we're on it.
Okay.
CD Baby, we're all over the place.
Okay. You guys are ready to play a couple more tunes?
Sure, we can do that.
All right, and you can find Dean Beans and all of Stephanie Christian stuff at everymusic.com, EVRY music.com. Or hit them up and buy a physical copy for sure. All right, here it is, Breathe by Ren Sen Cool Beans and Stephanie Christian. I'll be back.
Who's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe I should prove that I'm a spitter. The opposite of you, I am a motherfucking winner. Leave your woman, I'ma get her. I close my eyes and feel for the donkey and I pin her, in her. Wait a minute. Room full of women, I can smash that. Hold my boss and run out through the team like a halfback. Always on the top, you on the bottom like an ass crack. Nigga, you can have that. Wait a minute, I made it and I'm staying in my prime. I'm all about my paper and my lines. Loosely smoke like two chiefs. Close out the suite, so no dressing. Blue cheese. Wait a minute, the game is mine. Now I got her, I won't lose her. Could have been Illuminati. How I'm planning out the future. Maneuver like I'm Barry. I will spin up you and juke ya. Shoot like a Hoosier through ya. Wait a minute, breathe. Inhale. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you all to the greatest thing God created with a set of balls. Rennie, baby, plenty of MBB coming my way. I say the flow was like a Friday on the highway. Everybody on it and my stock is going rapidly. White collar executives can see the NASDAQ in me. See, I'm a grinder though, I never worked the factory. Actually, I'm a hustler 3 times a day. Gonna go bigger than Jigger, ballin' on the budget, bucket tunnel.
Had to squeeze to get through the crowd.
Nothing. I make you fuckers love it. I said you suckers love it. I make you sick like finding out you fucking your cousin. I'm like 1 in a dozen hundreds. If you say you did it, I done it. Got buns from it and called it lunch money. Step your game up, y'all can't even touch money. Don't try to give me that, I said you can't touch money.
I was so much stronger than what they appear to be. You ain't got much longer. Step back and let me free. I won't be responsible for causing a scene. And you really ain't got much longer. Step back and let me free.
Producer, lock and seal in your future. I make you hang yourself, I just give you the nooses. I bite a hole in that ass, I'm beyond a piranha. Your jaw was made of glass, I'm breaking it like baby mamas. It's just cases of drama, locking low in my 9-up. You'll wind up not having a torso to hold your spine up. Got a couple of toys that'll leave you sprayed. Won't be 4 singers, but it'll be 2K. I won't never pull a trigger unless I have to. I'd rather do it man a bitch and grab you and slap you before I get at you. You better hope to God Saddam Napoleon, Adolf Hitler, and Osama kidnap you. You lost, be a man, don't be coming back to hurt me. Like throwback jerseys, you get thrown back to Jersey. And you ain't even from it, believe me, the heat is coming. It's eating your stomach till you can see the heat in your vomit, motherfucker.
I was so much stronger than what they appear to be. And you ain't got much longer. Step back and let me free. I won't be responsible for causing the scene. And you really ain't got much longer. Step back and let me free.
Think that I'm grinding now, just wait till I'm on the road. Think that I'm shining now, just wait till the day I blow. Just let me breathe, just let me breathe. Just let me breathe, just let me breathe.
Step back and let me.
Hey, this is Mason. You're listening to Big and Bigger only on CRBradio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. Episode number 195 here. Big and Bigger. We want to thank Larkyn Dasch for coming in and hanging out. Remember, she's got a fight April 12th at the Motor City Casino versus Christina Ricker. Great young lady, too, man.
Agree.
Dude, honestly, like, when you said a female fighter was coming in, I was not expecting that. She's
I know.
a gorgeous girl. Like, it's going to be, yeah, I mean.
Let me see that. I don't have my glasses on.
So, hopefully she doesn't take any shots to the face.
Right.
Like,
And she's
But
going
yeah,
to be calling in on April 14th to tell us how she did.
She got some guns.
When she wins. I want to thank Dean Beans for coming in and hanging out and talking to us about
All day.
Stephanie Christians. We're going to have to get you back in, man. Here,
Yeah,
soon.
man.
You
Yeah,
can
bring the
spend
band.
a little time.
Yeah.
Bring the band.
Bring
the
the
All-Star
band.
band last time you were in.
Yeah, dude. That.
Oh yeah, we rocked out last time we was in here. I got film of that still.
You know what's funny, man, is it was so like we were just there was no one stood up at the. I think Dumaine might have got up and played, but everyone was just sitting down.
Yeah, just chilling.
Just sitting down.
Yeah, we was just chilling.
It was such a good time. That was back in the day when we used to rock these mics. Now we actually got amp mics and.
Oh
everything's
wow,
mic'd. Dude, this is the real deal, man. This is studio quality ish.
Ish.
Capital ish, but it's close.
But I also want to thank Saneless for coming all the way from Flint and hanging out with us.
Hey.
And sharing your most precious, deep thoughts with us on your cartoon characters you'd like to bang. Real quick, if you could bang any cartoon character, which cartoon character would you bang?
Who would I like to bang? Cartoon. Everybody says Jessica Rabbit.
They do.
Let's go away from
They
Jessica
do.
Rabbit. Let's go away from Jessica
You
Rabbit.
wouldn't believe what was number 2, by the way. I'll let you.
Who
I'll
was
tell
number
you
2?
after
We'll tell you when
finish.
you answer.
There's a lot of cartoon characters out there. Mulan can get it.
Mulan.
Yeah, Mulan can get it.
Number 2 is Bugs Bunny and Drag. I'm not even lying. Dude. I'm
100%
not even
Bugs
lying.
Bunny and Drag.
Are you serious?
It's that
Swear to
fluffy
God.
tail. You got something to wipe
And
off
that
on.
number-
That's all I
What
can
about
think
it? What about the? No, man.
Number 3 is Velma from
of.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Velma.
The nerd.
Oh yeah, no, I changed that. Velma all day. Yeah, Velma would have got it
You know she's a freak.
in the face twice.
Coming from a fellow nerd.
She never wore pants.
No, she never.
Ever.
Ever. No.
Just a sweater. That ain't no dress.
Easy access.
Easy
Velma,
access.
that's
She
who
was
she
a
was.
freak.
All
I was
right.
a freak.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time in the Cave Radio studio from Flint, Michigan, Saneless. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Saneless in here for one more time again. Thank you to Dean Beans for coming in and hanging out with us.
All day.
Thank you to.
Hey, man. Thank you. Hey, man, you got to give a shout out to Nipsey Hussle, man. He passed.
No way.
Yeah, I just read it.
Nipsey
Hussle got shot in front of his store.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. That is no good.
Yeah.
One more tune. Saneless.
You got on the floor. And you got your credit cards, your wallet, your keys. She's gone. It hurts more because she's sweetie. Miss USA, I said, that's totally sweetie. Miss USA, go. She know by now there's a crime.